T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So much biggie.
Baby, I don't give a fuck. Who's on this? Who's on this? All day. I don't Kylo is all day, man.
Like her. I don't want you smirking at shit because you didn't see anything to begin with. Shut your ass up. Shut your ass up.
This nigga, yo, you constantly do that shit.
At least we actually watched the fucking episode.
Eso fue lo que sentí. Todavía siento odio por Hayward. Espero que en el último episodio de la nada llegue alguien y lo apuñale. Eso no. Como que.
¿Cómo se dice? Puñeta. Bad taste en película. I admit it. Yo digo que I love watching bad movies on a Sunday.
Oh, I love it.
Está cabrón. That's a way to favorite hobbies.
So what's good, everybody? The Sunday Flex on the best motherfucking podcast in the multiverse, the After School Club, and always your host Lex. I'm here with Sally, Miggs, and Deke. What's up, guys?
What's up?
All good.
Oh, good.
Okay, I'm happy that somebody sent out that message because I thought I was hearing it double. I was like, what the fuck?
It was actually us sent out that message to us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I was there like, is my shit messing up? What the fuck is going on?
No, I'm sorry, es que se me frizó la cámara y lo único que se veía era el background y yo como que le empecé a dar a todo. Yo creo que yo fui el que quité.
Fucking guy fucking the shit up. Anyways, we got a lot of shit to talk about in today's episode.
Yes, we do.
Movies, we got some horror shit to talk about, and let's start it off with the Sony Spider-Man universe. Now, Sony is talking about. We had discussed on Wednesday their plans to continue everything. I just wanted to get your guys' opinion, just in case for the people that didn't see our episode on Wednesday. What do you think happens if Morbius is a hit? Morbius is a hit. If Morbius doesn't bomb like we're all predicting, if it actually banks, what does that mean for the fucking Sony Spider-Man universe? What else do you think we're gonna see?
First of all,
splits in twain.
No, but first of all, yo diría que Jared Leto will be redeemed the such a horrible Joker that he did. So I am truly afraid of him becoming Morbius. If it doesn't bomb, I mean, it will mean that more villains are gonna come out that Sony has property of. Are we in the multiverse? Morbius is a hit. Pero imaginando que es a hit, imaginándonos, o sea, puede dar un poquito más de espacio a nuevos villanos de Spider-Man, que es algo que we've been waiting on for ages now. So, maybe, obviamente tendría una secuela como Venom, porque gracias a los fans fue que se hizo, Let There Be Carnage. Porque si hubiese sido por los críticos, esa película hubiese sido una mierda. O sea, para todo el mundo hubiese sido una mierda. Pero la película fue decente. And yo creo que Morbius maybe is gonna be decent. Maybe they're gonna go for the same formula here. Pero no sé, mano. I'm gonna leave it in the air porque no me gustaría hypearme tanto con Morbius para que después hagan una asquerosidad. As it tends to happen. Y después tendremos que... We have to live with it. Y como que, what should have been, what could have been, and all of our theories go to shit.
Yeah, I think arguably, I guess for me, I think it's probably between Spider-Man and Batman, who has like the most famous rogues gallery. Like regular ass people could probably name you a bunch of villains from Spider-Man and Batman. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking they have a lot to play with.
Yeah,
I think it's just up in the air. I don't want to say that Morbius is gonna be mad booty. Because there's been movies that I didn't think I was going to enjoy as much. I didn't think I was going to enjoy Thor 3 as much as I actually did.
Yeah.
I thought it was good as well. How about you, Miggs and Deke? What you got to think?
Deke, I'll let you take that one.
Ok, yo me puse a ver, gracias a Miguel, porque fue Miguel el que me puso el mensaje subliminal, me puse a ver la serie de Spider-Man animada. y yo no me acordaba de Morbius en la serie animada, como que genuinamente pensé que era otro enemigo. Y no sé cuánto vayan, ¿verdad? A poner como, like, no me acordaba que era Morbius, era como que Vampire Guy para mí.
He might be one of the most like gross animated characters on that show because
Sí,
he
con
has
lo-
the plasma suckers on his hands. It's fucking disgusting. Like,
Oh yeah, I hate
Yo-
yo odio sus manos, de verdad.
Por eso,
No es que la tengo la pendejada esa de los when you have a lot of holes in your hands. I fucking
La-
hate it.
oh, the
Yeah.
tiene un nombre, folk, I don't know.
Tripophobia
Pero-
or something like that, I don't remember. Pero el punto es que I hate it. No importa cómo lo dibujen, doesn't really matter. I just fucking hate it. Y no es que le tenga fobia, es que I just look at it and I think it's fucking disgusting.
tripophobia.
Por un segundo,
Tripophobia, just like it was- yeah.
me asustaste, Celi, porque cuando subiste la mano tenía como cera o algo y yo, ella lo odia porque lo tiene.
No, ojalá. I guess, ojalá, pero no, es que
Pero-
estoy pintando dados, por si
Ah,
acaso.
ok. Pero yo no sé, yo honestamente no me acuerdo mucho del trailer de Morbius, sé que salió hace un montón de tiempo, como que se me borró de la mente, tengo que volver a revisarlo. Lo de las manos lo van a tomar esa adaptación también.
No lo han enseñado.
They
No lo
haven't
han
showed
enseñado.
it. They haven't showed it. in the
It
series.
looks like they took a couple of liberties. Like, I mean, I've never been a big fan of the comic. I only saw what was on Spider-Man, and they didn't really show, like, I guess, all of his powers. So there's powers in here that I didn't see before. So I don't know if they just took shit out of their ass, or if that's actually based on, like, his powers and shit.
Porque todo depende, si tenemos un éxito, pues eso mismo, Morbius 2, Morbius 3, perhaps, pero hay que ver cómo la gente toma este personaje, cómo tanto la audiencia está receptiva a otra vez tener vampiros en la pantalla grande, como que cogimos unas vacaciones de vampiros, como que puede que llene ese void y a lo mejor por eso también pega adicional. Hay muchos factores que están en juego, pero vamos a ver, el futuro dirá, ahí no puedo...
Lo único que falta es si interconecta con este Spider que tenemos ahora mismo. Eso es lo único que falta. Yo sé que Sony está haciendo su propio universo y voy a dejar que Miguel hable, pero al mismo tiempo es como que si tú estás haciendo tu propio universo y tienes las riendas de este personaje, cuando puñeta vas a poner todos estos personajes juntos, o sea, make it so, o sea, dándonos una razón más de ver tus películas que verlas de Disney. Dale, Miguel.
I really don't know where the hell it goes if that movie hits. Like, I don't know what that means for Sony as a whole. I mean, I guess they won't go under. That's a big positive for them. they won't have to sell off their movie studio portion of Sony.
Yes,
But I just don't know now. Like, we would have to see where the movies are going. And I hate to go all the way back to Spider-Man because I kind of in my head look at these things as like separate entities. But if they're not part of the Spider-Man universe, how are you planning to bring them all together? What's the purpose of bringing them all together? Because they're obviously interlinking stuff because we already saw the Vulture in Morbius or whatever.
But that's the idea, no? That they're in a universe with Spider-Man somehow.
Yeah, but again, it's back to the thing. They're in a universe with Spider-Man, but like, are their stories connected to Marvel shit? Are they by themselves? We still don't know that. Like, I really don't. I don't buy that. I don't buy that they're connected to Spider-Man yet.
I have a question for you, Miguel. Entonces, ahora que dijiste eso, porque es totalmente cierto. Sí, Vulture sale en ese trailer, like out of fucking nowhere. And why does he come out? Why is he free?
Yeah, what's the
end game in this movie? Y yo lo que está por preguntarles a ustedes, pero ahora que tú lo trajiste, pues te lo pregunto a ti. ¿Tú crees que este sea el propósito por la cual no veamos a Vulture en No Way Home? Porque eso es la única pieza que falta para tener los Sinister Six. Sí, pueden haber otro que lo reemplace. Pero hasta ahora, si vamos contando bien, solamente hay 5. We're still missing one.
Yeah, supposedly there's been rumors that in the movie there's one that comes out of near, like there's a surprise villain or whatever, which I call it bullshit. There's for it to be a surprise villain for us, the people that like really follow this shit, like it's got to be like something that's like really out there, like we would have never guessed or whatever. No, Dickhead, don't say armadillo because I'll kick you off the stream.
No, si sale Armadillo will be a letdown. Mira, si sale Rhino, si sale Armadillo, si sale si sale Tombstone, si sale Wilson Fisk, I'll be disappointed. por más que yo quiera verlo en live action, I'll be super disappointed.
But they're not gonna be part of the
Kelly-
Sinister Six. They never were part of the
Kelly,
Sinister
Miguel
Six.
y Lex,
En parte.
no lo da armadillo, quise la cara, es que estaba viendo el trailer de Morbius y él se corta la mano y le dan un
I was just about to
énfasis a
tell
que-
you that. Yeah, they show his hand near the,
y
near
I'm
the
like,
blood or whatever.
pero es como un poquito disgusting porque como que se le abre un poco, no es los boquetitos, es como una cosa aquí y se abre.
Like,
Like, it's gonna be
like
weird.
Scorpion,
Yeah.
in Mortal Kombat. Remember, like it just
Yes,
splits open that
yeah.
little thing.
So to me, it's just like, I mean, I don't know where we're at yet. We have to wait and see
Pero-
what the hell the big
Volviendo a
connection of these
Armadillo,
movies is.
eso Armadillo no pegaría para nada. Es que no pegaría para nada, como que we don't know about it.
Before we get off the topic, let's go back to Armadillo. Don't be shitting on my Armadillo.
Como que,
No,
pero es que no haría sentido. Es como que,
No.
like, les voy a ser honesto, yo dije, ¿quién es ese? Como que,
You know that
poner un-
toy line you showed us? You know that toy
Uh-huh.
line you showed us? Those
Yes.
are the same people that or the same company that the Captain and Falcon and Winter Soldier show came out, that were showing. What the hell are you doing, yo?
My bad. I don't know what the fuck happened here.
When the Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier show came out, they were throwing figures out there, right?
yeah.
Right, and then some of the stuff coincided with the show. Did everything on the toy line
No.
coincide with the show?
No, porque
No.
casi siempre es un throwback a relacionado.
Ah, okay.
No siempre tiene que ser.
Okay.
Pero
I just
en el-
found it kind of funny because
Yeah.
wasn't Shriek in that toy line?
por eso. Y yo
Yeah.
digo,
And I was
hombre,
like, Shriek is in the Venom movie, and then they also had J. Jonah
James
Jameson or whatever, and
Mhm.
he's supposedly in the Venom movie as well, and he's in the Spider-Man movie, and there was Spider-Man. I was like,
Lo que pasa es que ellos confunden a veces con los toylines, porque hay cosas que pegan, hay cosas que no, hay cosas que como que tú nunca las piensas y después te hace lógica en las películas. Porque ellos hicieron con un Build-A-Figure, ellos hicieron un personaje, no me acuerdo en cuál de Marvel fue, estoy tratando de realmente acordarme, ellos hicieron un Build-A-Figure que era un personaje en la película, que fue como, no fue la gran sorpresa, pero...
it was Falcon, wasn't it? It was Falcon at the end. If you bought all the figures,
No.
you
No,
got the
yo,
Falcon with
yo estoy hablando de toylines de ellos mismos,
Oh,
pero
okay.
acuérdate que ellos llevan años, o sea, pero no, estoy tratando de acordarme, si me acuerdo en el episodio les digo, pero a mí lo que a veces estas figuras confunden un poco, te tiran como unas cosas que tú no habías pensado, por decirlo así, porque por ejemplo, cuando sale Shriek, obviamente no estoy pensando en la posibilidad de que salga ella, pero me dejó wondering que te están enseñando algo que...
yeah,
Sí.
like related.
Muchas
I don't
veces, y esto es tonto, a veces el reveal es para la próxima línea que ellos mismos van a trabajar. So, puede
Ujú.
ser que ellos estén hinting a que la próxima línea va a ser todo relacionado a Venom. Puede ser eso también.
A mí me da gracia porque también sacan figuras como que fuera de su tiempo, como la que tú enseñaste de Miles, que es de Miles Morales del juego que ya salió
De
hace un
Game
año y
Over.
pico. Y es como que, that's just weird de tirarlo ahora cuando lo
Tirarlo
puedes
ahora.
hacer con el release del juego y tener todo ese revenue, o sea, en uno, y es como que, it just seems off, pero no es como si no lo hubiesen hecho antes, porque they've been doing this like for fucking ages.
It's marketing,
Sí.
bro.
Es marketing, pero ellos están tocando figuras que, por ejemplo, yo les envío a ustedes al chat que son figuras que tú dices, ¿de dónde están saliendo estas ideas? Tú buscas si existen en cómic y tú dices, ¿de dónde ellos están sacando estas cosas? Y te deja wondering, como la que les
Yeah.
envié de Galactus con la cara de Doctor
Doctor
Doom.
Doom,
Doctor
yeah.
Doom, yeah. Like, what
I'm
the
like,
fuck?
what is going on? Pero algo interesante con esto de la figura, ellos lanzaron una foto de una pierna color verde con la granada de Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Y ellos solamente pusieron octubre. No pusieron más nada, solamente octubre y esa foto. Y tú dices como que ellos, ok,
Sounds suspicious.
es suspicious, ya. Como que van a
Es
revelar
suspicious.
un Green Lantern de líneas anteriores, porque lo
I
están
don't think
tapando.
I don't think Marvel's gonna come out with a Green Lantern though.
Green Goblin.
De
Goblin.
Green Lantern. Wow.
Nightmare, octubre.
So, watch
Yeah.
that shit be James Franco. Watch James Franco be the fucking Green Goblin. That
He
movie.
can't be. He can't. He's canceled.
No. La película is gonna bomb just because of that.
James Franco's
trust me.
canceled officially.
Yeah.
Ya.
But I think
Ese fue con el snap.
for me,
Y no
for
volvió.
me, I feel like it's gonna. I feel like I wouldn't put it over Sony to be like, yeah, the Spider Universe is related to Spider-Man. We're just not gonna acknowledge anything that happens in the fucking what happens in the MCU.
According to Tyrese, it's all connected.
Who the- Tyrese, the fuck?
Tyrese, yeah, Tyrese.
Tyrese, you haven't heard about that? So Tyrese opened his big Fast Furious 9 mouth because he's in the Morbius movie,
Oh yeah.
and he was like, the reason I signed on is because they told me everything is connected. That's the only reason why I signed on to the
That's
Morbius
why
movie.
I feel like it, like if you're gonna use Tom Holland and you're gonna call it the Spider-Man universe, it has to be connected to Spider-Man. I think they're just gonna be like, yeah, we don't acknowledge anything that happens in there. Like we'll do this universe, we'll have characters be in the same cities, but them niggas is over here and we over here. I promise you, I feel like that's the way they're gonna go.
I keep on thinking in my head. I keep on telling you guys in my head. I think like this next movie is gonna be an excuse to leave Spider-Man completely in Sony's hands, like to leave him in a universe that's not connected. Yeah, that's not connected to anything that Disney established, so they could do their own universe or whatever. I told you guys like 1,000 times. I have a gut feeling this shit will land them in a position where they built all the story, but it's a soft reboot now.
Okay, trust me, I would want just a villain universe because it's never been done before. Y porque estaría más interesante ver la perspectiva de los fucking villanos, que es algo que es más interesante que un hero.
But I don't think that's ever gonna happen because you can't. They'll turn the villains into heroes. Like that's a problem that we've all been like, or everybody else has been like, you know, you humanize the villain, da 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 da. You know what I mean? And if you humanize all his villains, then you leave him nobody to fight.
I mean, there's ways around. There's ways to get around it. It really all comes down to how you market the movie, because we're gonna get into this later in the episode. But I saw Candyman, and it's like when you see the character, without me saying anything, there's a lot of people that would see Candyman as a hero, and there's a lot of people that's gonna be like, he's not a fucking hero. It really comes down to perspective. So there's ways to do it. I felt like Candyman was done really well because I even seen the movie and I was like, I think he's a fucking villain. This fucking guy is hooking motherfuckers left and right. But then there's gonna be a group of people that are not gonna see it like that. And I liked it. I found him really interesting. I wish they would have done Venom like that. So there's ways to do it without really humanizing the character. It's just not the norm.
Yeah.
Like, the norm is the fucking Don't Breathe, fucking Cruella, fucking Maleficent. Like, they do it over and over. Like, okay, we're gonna sell toys, especially when it comes to comic book heroes. Like, you have the movie, but the movie is also to push the toys, push the games, push the cartoons. So
es que yo lo haría. ¿Sabes cómo yo lo haría? Y suena bien estúpido, and I admit this. Pero yo los pondría a ellos como the modern Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy. I would do it like that, porque entonces tú estás justificando al villano. Like, you're making them evil, they're still being evil, they're killing a shit ton of people, but at least there's something that wants to stop them, but they can never be stopped.
Exactly.
So I would do something like that.
No matter how many years pass, they're always gonna be the stars of those movies. Freddy Krueger is the star. Like the heroes will change over and over, but you go to see that movie to see Freddy. Villain. You don't go to see the fucking movie to see everybody else. That'd be a good idea too.
Y con Venom la idea fue buena porque it mixes the two comic books together. De la historia de Venom allá en San Francisco with the Sticker Foundation, whatever the fuck it was. I forgot the name. Pero no sé, mano. Keep going porque nos vamos a quedar aquí.
It's like, again, the thing about that is really hard to market that because no matter if adults like it, they have to put things in there for the kids too. You have to market that for the kids. Like if we had a real like comic book universe that were for adults, you know what I'm saying? Like HBO tried to dip their toes in that with Titans. For me, it just didn't feel like, okay, this is the adult version of these characters. It's like it's weird. But like if you made like Venom actually scary, like this motherfucker gives you nightmares and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when we were kids in the comic, he looks terrifying and not funny. Like okay, you could put a joke in here, but not funny. Venom is not supposed to be fucking funny. He's supposed to scare you. Like when he pops up, I want to get the fuck out. See him eat motherfuckers for real. I just don't think they would do it because, money talks. They can't market that movie. They can't market an R-rated movie about a comic book character that's not like Deadpool. Deadpool's just jokes. Deadpool's R-rated is because he's just blasphemous. It's the fucking jokes he says, the violence. It's not scary.
He coming up naked. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like an R-rated comic book movie would be like that, like Deadpool. Okay, it's R-rated for totally different reasons that you have Michael Myers or some shit.
Hmm.
And
I
I
agree.
think, like I said, I think if fucking Morbius doesn't bomb, if it does pretty good, I think it's gonna open the doors for a lot of other shit, for a lot of other characters. Like
I'm
we
telling
have
you.
no idea about Craven. We haven't seen shit about Craven. We don't know anything
Yeah,
about
you
it.
know
All we
what's
know
gonna
is
bring
the
it up
actor.
anyways.
You know what I mean? We know about the actor, and then that's it. I think the actor would do good because I think that guy's a really good actor.
Yeah.
And I think if they dressed him up, he would look the part because he's big. He put the fucking
got
hair. I don't
big.
know. Yes, he's a big
He got
dude.
big. He got the beard too.
He was in remember that movie? What was it with Benicio del Toro, Savages?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like tactical. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I think he would do fucking good as Craven. It's really gonna come down to the interpretation because the Ultimate Universe Craven is way different than the 616 fucking version of Craven.
Yeah.
He was just like a reality star that he wasn't, he wasn't really menacing like he was in 616. So Sony has a lot of tools, a lot of characters that they can fuck with. I guess it's just gonna come down for me. It's gonna come down to how much Morbius and how much Venom is gonna make. If this Venom bombs and Morbius bombs, I think it's a wrap. I think they're gonna go the way they did with what was it? Remember they tried to do the universe with the Mummy with Tom Cruise, and they were
Oh
like,
my
oh,
God,
we're gonna
yes.
do Invisible Man, and like they had the whole fucking cast: Benicio, Javier Bardem, Angelina Jolie. Nada, that
They
shit just
fucked
fucking
up.
disappeared, yo.
Yeah, they fucked up sadly because the Mummy. They could have done so many things, dude. Pero
I'm
pues,
curious about if the Morbius. I'm leaning more towards it bombing than anything else. But Venom, I'm not sure Venom will bomb. I don't think Venom is gonna bomb. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think
No,
if they
no.
dumb down,
I don't-
if
I
they
don't
dumb
think
down
Venom-
Carnage, it's going to bomb.
I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna make. I don't think it's gonna make like break the box office. But I don't think it's gonna bomb.
I think
We'll
it
see.
depends. It depends on how much more they added for me to the budget of the sequel than the first one. If they added a lot more money and they just break even, I don't think they're gonna have like a strong interest to make a third one. I think
También
they
puede ayudar que
invested
tenga una
more.
mejor historia.
I don't know, but we don't know.
I
how
think.
the
I
story-
think. I hate to break it to you. I think there's already plans for a third one, and they're gonna make it. Whether this one bombs or not, there's already a third one in the books.
Lo sabremos oficialmente cuando
Yeah,
sea
cuando
la primera
salga.
semana.
Exacto.
That's what I'm saying.
Porque a mí a veces me saca
Somebody,
que una
somebody
película.
bought a ticket.
la-
So guess what? Part 3 is gonna happen.
I mean,
Exacto.
Somebody bought a ticket.
we'll find out. They've done that shit before.
Mhm.
Had all like,
Por eso.
like, was it there? What was this movie? Was it Divergent? Like they have filmed like 3 parts, and the fourth one's supposed to come out. They were like, oh fuck it, let's not make it. They're like, fuck it, y'all just gonna end it with this one. Y'all never know how it finds out. Fuck it.
But this one has Tom Hardy behind it. That's the thing. That's what I've been reading everywhere. This one has so much, like Tom Hardy's pushing so hard for the third one or whatever. Like he's literally talking about putting up his own money.
I mean, yo se lo creo. De la manera que él actúa y de la manera que él se entrega a los personajes, yo se lo creo, en verdad.
I think he's just
Por eso
like
esta es la
having a
primera
blast.
película que no le tapan la mitad de la cara.
I think he's
70%.
just like
Man.
he looks like no matter how the movie comes out, it looks like fucking Tom Hardy and fucking what's it, Ed Harrison? No, not Ed Harrison.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Yo,
Damn, I forgot his name.
Harrelson.
Woody
What the hell's
Harrelson.
the matter with you,
I thought I was
bro?
thinking Ed. Woody Harrelson. No matter how the movie looks,
Yo,
it looks like some,
disrespect by this guy, bro.
Fuck
Like,
up.
what the-
no matter how it came out, it looks like them niggas had so much fun filming that fucking movie.
Yo,
Some
white
niggas
man,
must have had
white
a
man
fucking
can't jump.
blast.
White man can't jump. Yo,
All
you
right,
know,
all right,
that's
nigga.
my childhood. Like,
Nigga, all right, nigga. Fuck you
it's
talking
hard
about?
making this make something look this pretty,
up.
look like a chump.
All right, so okay,
Bruh.
something that I wanted to talk to you guys about, comic book related still. I feel like when it comes to Marvel, like I feel like they put all their cookies in the jar of streaming. When it comes to shows, all their series, it's like a streaming service. In turn, DC still has the CW, so they put a lot of shit to TV, but they're starting to bank more on fucking HBO Max. Where do you guys think the future for comic book series lie? You think that we're gonna get shit on TV, or you think eventually it's just gonna all go in? Because when it's live action, everything in Marvel is on fucking streaming.
What do you mean? I see my shit on the TV all the time.
I'm about to kick you out. I'm about to kick you out. Flower. I'm about to kick you out. Flower.
I mean,
The last thing that they had was what? Agents of Shield.
yeah, en parte.
That's
I
the
think
last
the
thing
way
that
the
I've seen.
platforms are evolving, I just think the way the
Yeah.
platforms are evolving will, like, our definition of a TV show is like non-existent anymore.
Y
You know what I
acuérdate, they don't have to depend on a cable company. They don't have to a cable, o sea, con un canal. O sea, they don't have to rely on a channel, even if it's theirs. They don't have to rely on all these things. They only have to rely on themselves, and they get the money directly. It doesn't really matter if you sign up for one day or for one series for 1 month or lo que sea. They still get the money and they still get the views. Sea como sea que lo vea, siempre y cuando sea, pues obviamente en their streaming service. So, yo diría que they get more a kick out of it mejor que en televisión regular, porque ellos tienen que estar pendientes de los ratings, en qué times lo van a tirar, competencia con otros shows, you know, y ellos lo evitan totalmente. Porque you can eat your cake and, o sea, you can have your cake and eat it too. Like you can watch just any series that you want on TV, but then go back to Disney Plus and watch whatever Marvel you want to see. Eso todo.
Yo, I'm like mad out the loop right now. Do they still give Saturday morning cartoons? Is that shit like still a thing?
That's not a demographic anymore, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'm out the loop already. So I'm
don't
wondering, do kids
They
wake
kinda
up
do.
on Saturdays and
I don't think it's a
have-
I don't think it's a I don't think it's a demographic anymore, because your kids can watch Saturday morning cartoons on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. That's not a demographic anymore. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like
It all
I'm
depends.
wondering if that's
Pero
if that's a thing. Do they have cartoons? When we used to go to school before in the morning, we woke up early. There was Pokemon.
They
There were
still
like a couple
do.
of things we used to see. I'm wondering if that still exists.
It does, porque el time
tiene
slot
que
nunca va a
existir.
cambiar. Lo que pasa es si tú de verdad te sientas y te pones a verlo, because they actually, por ejemplo, Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon se especializan en eso. So they still do, and they have to. That's their revenue. That's their thing. Pero de que está el trope, ¿cómo se dice? La experiencia de tú levantarte los sábados por la mañana, todo depende del household. Nosotros crecimos una generación que hacía eso, porque no había internet ni otras cosas. O sea, ahora mismo we're bastante avanzados en toda esta pendejada que tú lo puedes ver en cualquier momento. Pero ya, go on, guys. You have kids, I don't, so you told me.
That's what I'm saying. My at least my kids are not at that age for Saturday morning cartoons. They watch fucking just cartoons whenever. But that's what I'm saying. But they watch cartoons, right? And I'll be looking for the cartoons, and they like to watch this. It's a cartoon of DC, like DC superheroes, and it's like all girls' school or some shit, and they in like a school that's just for like they love watching that shit. But I'm looking, and I'm like, I don't see a lot of cartoons about Marvel characters and DC characters as much as there was when we was kids. Like we had like what 3 different fucking Batman series when we was kids and shit. We had like 2 different Justice Leagues.
Yeah.
Even as we were getting a little older, we had the fucking Teen Titans series. Like there was a lot of shit. Like I'm trying to think now, and we have a lot of live action shit, but I can't remember a lot of animated series within the comic world.
it's just a different. I just think that kids are just like it's just a different generation nowadays,
Yeah.
or whatever. There's a lot of how do you call it, like anime influences as well. Like the animation, American animation style has gone like the way of the dodo bird, bro. Like it's very rare that you see anything along the lines of like our Batman, like the Batman that we saw, that animation style or whatever, and the American animation scene. I think is a little rough or whatever. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's my girls, nigga, and my girls be watching shit on Netflix, like anime series I've never even fucking heard of, Haunted House. Like I've never even heard of these fucking anime series. They be watching all that shit, like exclusively. I hard like the DC girls is like one of the only things from America that they watch. They into fucking into Demon Slayer. They watch fucking My Hero every once in a while. I'll be showing
Yeah,
them
right.
Dragon
Like,
Ball.
honestly, rightfully so, because I think like straight up, I don't want. Can we call it Eastern animation? I'm not sure. Anyway, like the anime studios, I think have like won their spot in everybody's hearts with their stories and stuff like that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
lately,
saying?
yes.
That's I think that's basically like they won over the market kind of in terms of storytelling, and US kind of fell behind a bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like with their animation studios, they
Mhm.
fought for the spot over the years, and they sure as hell got it. Because I can't recall the last time anybody, at least a young person, mentioned to me like, yeah, that animated show on TV was fucking fire. I mean, obviously it's different now. Like I said, the Saturday time slot isn't
Bien
exclusive
diferente.
anymore. It used to be that thing was exclusive. Like you could only see this cartoon on Saturday.
Oh
and
yeah.
now, and now with streaming, that shit is gone. You can see it whenever the hell you feel like. If you didn't see it Saturday, you can see it tomorrow. It's still gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to wait till the next
No.
Saturday for a rerun or a day during the
Exacto.
week for a rerun.
Yeah.
Lo que también
I-
podemos hacer para promover eso otra vez, le decimos a nuestros niños, tienen de 9 a 1 de la tarde para ver programas los sábados. Ya, ¿viste? Reviviste la era.
And have them turn off the router on your ass, because kids nowadays know way more than you thought
Yes,
that
they
shit was
can.
funny, Dad. Guess what? I blocked your IP address and I macked you out, so now you're on a blacklist.
No, mira,
Pero,
eso es
mano-
fácil. Desconecta el router, se queda con el cargador y ya.
Exacto.
But then
No,
I
pero,
get
mano-
fucked up because then I can't watch it. Then
Kids have phones nowadays too. Like, what the hell? Like,
Por eso.
oh, you can't
Pero,
watch it in the house.
mano,
That's fine. I guess I'll walk down the street, and while I'm walking down the street, I'll watch it on my phone. I'm good.
I'll go outside and hook up the Wi-Fi to our neighbor's house. I'm good. Don't worry, Dad. I'll be all right. Let me get my Switch.
Mano,
Yeah.
pero esa
Just keep
magia
all the
de los
charges.
sábados. Es todo, exacto.
Keep all the
Tú
charges.
vas el breaker de la casa.
Now,
No, pero
I'm ready.
mira.
Go ahead.
No, que esa magia de los sábados, mano, eso no se repite. Eso era como que mágico. Ese time slot era como que lo mejor que había.
I'm gonna say, like, I think like each generation has that, and I think it's gone now because I remember I would watch movies, for instance, like The Christmas Story. Like my nigga would go, and his shit was, I have to be in front of the radio at this time to get the fucking the little code or whatever, and hear the radio shows.
Yeah.
Remember, like they had that. We had our cartoons, and then with the entrance of YouTube, probably killed all that shit. I'm not gonna be watching all that shit on YouTube. Cartoons I never even fucking heard of.
That's why el copyright infringement está tan jodido en YouTube. Créeme. YouTube mató muchas cosas por un tiempo. Pero yo creo que todo el mundo está buscando esa nostalgia hoy día porque están en los streaming services y pues qué momento un adulto tiene para verlo, pues un sábado por la mañana. Y maybe, no sé, con este cambio de generación, maybe father and son or daughter or mom and daughter, mom and son, they can just sit down on Saturday, oh, let's do this because it's the only time that we can do it together. Yo diría que se podría implementar in today's youth that way, porque creo que it will be like a connection, like instant connection with your kid.
I'm just wondering, like, what's the content that's out? Like, if I were to go and go to Cartoon Network, like where the Toonami slot was after school, 3-4 o'clock, I'm wondering what the fuck are they giving on Cartoon Network now?
En Toonami dan, ahora mismo.
They still have
Dan
Toonami?
ciertos animes.
Yeah. They brought it back from the dead, like, and it's still going strong.
I
Trust
didn't
me.
fucking know that. That shit like finished years ago.
What the hell? Where was I when this happened? Yo,
Tommy's back.
Were you living under a rock, guys?
No, I'm talking about Hattori Hanzo, the actor, died.
That was like 4 days ago, I think.
That was on the 19th. That was 10 days ago.
Espérate, who died?
Hattori
Sonny
Hanzo.
Sonny Chiba, the guy who played
Mira.
Hattori Hanzo. Damn.
What? Send me the link, dude. Send me the link.
Yeah, they got
El-
said later.
El rooster de Toonami, si tú lo escuchas, tú dices, ¿esto es Toonami o otro canal? Es Dragon Ball Super, My Hero Academia, Doctor Stone, Food Wars, The Promised Neverland, Black Clover, Naruto Shippuden y Attack on Titan.
Oh, it's Netflix.
Like,
Okay.
That's fucking perfect.
God damn! Wow, nigga, that's like shit.
Remember when you had to like wait till they showed your like Dragon Ball at a certain time slot and shit like that? Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, get home. Like, yo, I gotta do this homework now. I gotta get this shit done now. because
Nah.
something's gonna happen to Krillin, and I need to know what the fuck is gonna go down.
Well, my thing is like also, how the hell does Toonami remain relevant nowadays when all those shows you can see them somewhere else?
Porque lo están viendo en otro doblaje que no lo tienen disponible en otros sitios. Ese es el appeal de ellos.
Un doblaje, okay, but you're talking about like a different English dub or it's a dub exclusive
Ellos
to that
son-
channel?
Y ellos a veces traen unos primeros. Like, ese es el appeal. Porque Dragon
Sí.
Ball Super sí empezó a salir en Blu-ray y todo, pero ellos ya tenían la versión inglés. O sea, tenía que salir los episodios primeros en ellos para después salir en Blu-ray.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
So, tenía como que
what the fuck
cats.
is kinda like on Nickelodeon. What the fuck are they giving on Nickelodeon? You know what I mean? Like, I'm wondering what's the content that they're giving now.
Oh, it's
that
bad.
this
Claro.
It's
channel-
bad. It's
I'm saying
bad.
that this
Tiene
channel
que ser
still
horrible.
exists.
It's bad.
Like Nickelodeon still dando cantazo por ahí. It still exists. Like my girls, they watch fucking Ninja Turtles and shit.
Yeah, but remember, it's bad to us because we're adults already. Maybe kids fucking eat that shit
Exacto.
up.
Like the girls like Ninja Turtles. They love that shit. But I'm like, I'm watching them watch cartoons, and I'm like, I wonder what the fuck. Like, do they have their own version of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Remember all that? I'm like, I'm wondering what's the
Yeah.
fucking content that these channels have.
They did have all
No.
that, like a remake with some of the old cast members for a while. I don't know what happened there. Porque en verdad como que no me atrajo lo suficiente como para verlo, porque yo dije, coño, si traen a todos los cast members, except Amanda Bynes for obvious reasons, if they bring like everybody that was actually funny, they'll be amazing. Porque I saw a couple of episodes and el overacting de algunos chamaquitos de ahora is like so stupid, man. I don't even know what they're paying them or what they're doing or what's the who writes their scripts, but it was so bad.
That should be
It-
having me think, yo, like, what the
Yeah.
fuck did we laugh at when we were kids? Because
I
yo,
mean,
Ah,
yeah,
right.
they were
The same-
overacting,
the
but they
same
were
stupid
actually
shit
funny.
that the kids nowadays are laughing at. It's just we're older.
nigga, that's what I'm saying. Yo, like the
Man,
girls,
this episode is depressing. Y'all out of here. Fuck.
nigga, like that ass. I saw the girls watching a video on YouTube. That nigga like literally enraged me so fucking much. I wanted to take the cell phone and just throw that shit against the wall. It was like
What are you talking
this it was like this Chinese guy and this white guy, and they replicate scenes in movies, but it's like done really, really cheap. After the show, I'll send you the link. I wanted to fucking shoot them. Like that shit got me so fucking mad. I couldn't believe how enraged I
I
got.
understand.
And the girls watching it, and nigga, they were laughing at everything on that shit. Everything.
Yo, it's a generational gap. Like that used to
It's
happen with my little
crazy.
brother. I remember when my little brother was growing up, I used to give him so much shit because he used to watch a show where like all the characters were called like foods, like gazpacho, gumball. Not gumball. It's not gumball. It's
No, smash or some shit. I remember them.
No, was it Chowder?
no. Chowder. That's the one.
Chowder?
I used to give my brother so much shit for watching that or whatever, and now I look back and I'm just like, it's just generational gaps. Like if I was
Yeah,
his age
pero
watching
no
that
por
shit, I
nada.
would have found that shit fucking hilarious.
No
I didn't
por
find
nada.
it funny because I was already way past that age. I was like in my 20s. You know what I mean?
Sí, pero no por nada. Yo he visto varios episodios de Shadow y eso está cabrón de loco. That series is fucked up. When you really look at it, it's kind of fucked up.
That and the other one that I used to give him. I'll be honest with you though, but that
Yeah.
one like had moments where I was cracking the fuck up. The one with, is it Adventure Time?
El
Yeah.
Adventure Time del perro y el muchacho.
Yeah, but they have a character that was called like Lemon Drop or
Yes, the Lemon King. Yes.
the Lemon King or whatever. I was
Yeah.
like, when he first started watching, I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I was like, what are you watching? I was like, what the hell are you watching? Like, I can hear this from my room, and I used to give him some. And then like I watched like 1 or 2 episodes, and I couldn't stop cracking up. Like I was
Dude,
like, this
pero
is so
it
fucking
actually
out
has-
there. It's so out there. This shit that like.
Yeah, but it actually has a very compelling story. Like it's well written. Y se van super dark en algunos episodios. I have to admit.
I think that's
Por
probably
eso,
one of the good things about Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon is that you know the type of content you're gonna get. Because I'll pass by and the girls will be on Netflix and I'll be like, all right, that's just a cartoon. And then I'll be cooking and then I'll hear something. I'm like, they used to watch this show called Disenchantment on Netflix.
Yes.
And I'm like hearing things and I'm like, this shit don't sound like it's what the fuck are y'all watching? And I'm
It's
looking, I'm
not
like, this shit ain't
for
for
kids.
kids. This show ain't for no fucking kids.
No,
for
it's
kids.
not for kids. No, it's an amazing series. No, no for nothing. Es medio lentito, pero esa serie
Is
está
that the one?
cabrón.
Is that the one where they're the kids? They're the kids of all the fairy tales.
No.
No, it's Disenchantment is like in those fucking medieval times, and it's just this girl, like
And the Matt
Oh,
Groening.
the ones on The Simpsons.
The Matt
Yeah,
Groening,
the,
yeah.
the Matt Groening. So it's not for kids.
Yeah, that's not for children.
nigga, that's why I was like, okay. It's I just looked at it. I was like, all right, yeah, whatever. Netflix. I got it on the kids thing. They're just watching cartoons. And I'm cooking, and I'm hearing the jokes. And I'm like, this shit don't sound like it's for fucking children. Like, what the fuck are you guys watching? I guess that's one of the benefits of Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, that you know the kind of content that your kids are gonna watch if you just put the channel on.
Yeah.
Okay, you were gonna say something. We interrupted you like 5 times. Go ahead.
Sorry.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I freaking forgot. Like I have ADD. I'm sorry, guys.
This nigga was just.
I forgot. I remember. Okay, esto mismo, lo que está diciendo Lex, que a veces pues tú te sientas con tu hijo a ver programa y como que encuentras unos jokes que tú no te ríes y después ves que they go to dark places y en los mismos jokes y tú te quedas como que what am I watching? Mi nene veía uno que era un zorrillo y un pájaro, like they were best friends.
Oh, I watched that one. Wait, time out. No, you're not gonna talk shit about that one. Give me a moment.
No.
Regular show.
Regular show, yeah.
Regular show. Okay,
I love that show.
Okay.
It's one of my favorites.
Mi nene lo veía y a veces yo veía así como que por encimita y whatever y lo seguía, no estaba como que pendiente. Una vez me siento a verlo con él y uno de ellos iba a trabajar y no sabía cómo salirse del shift, así que lo más lógico para él es pues hacer un trato con el diablo para no trabajar. Y yo como que me quedé así como que eso fue el introduction to the show to me. I'm like,
no, literalmente.
Like my kid is 5 years old y yo estoy como que.
Pero literalmente ese show, cuando a ti te lo explican, cuando ellos lo explican, oh, estos son los chamacos que están trabajando, obviamente they're animals and shit, and they have their purpose, pero entonces dice, pero siempre va a pasar algo surreal, o sea, el plot siempre va a ser algo surreal. It doesn't matter what it is. Si tú ves las estructuras de todos los episodios, todos siguen esa línea. They do have compelling stories and they do have like sad episodes and awesome episodes y algunos episodios que de verdad te encojonan, pero es que si tú lo miras de la manera de un adulto, que son ellos, de los personajes, they're 23 years old, pues tú dices como que, damn, that is my life. Pero if a kid looks at it como que, oh, that's an adult's life, that sucks, I'm gonna make fun of it.
Yeah.
So, ellos hicieron, el creador de eso hizo otra serie. ¿Qué fue de qué? No, pero para que la vean.
Yo me quedé.
There's a little bit of latency between you two.
Sí.
Somebody take the charge.
Sorry. Dale, serio, lo mío es bien rápido.
No, lo mío también. Él hizo, o sea, el creador de Regular Show, J.G. Quintel, él hizo otra serie que está en HBO que se llama Close Enough. Ustedes que son padres y ustedes que son, o sea, nosotros que somos adultos, ya yo la vi completa. It's fucking hilarious and amazing. It's Close Enough en HBO Max. Just watch it. It's gonna make so much sense. So, and it's easy to watch. Son poquitos episodios y son episodios de como like 15 minutos cada uno. Okay. Y siempre dan tiene el mismo formato de Regular Show. Son 2 episodios en una media hora. So yeah, enjoy that. Close Enough.
That guy's looking at the new line of fucking Boba Fett. It's coming out.
No. I'm actually watching. I'm watching Close Enough. Estoy buscando. Pero lo que iba a decirle es que esas series a veces hay, obviamente, series que nosotros veíamos cuando pequeños había doble sentido. It took us a while to understand cuando crecimos. Pero hay un episodio de Regular Show que yo me quedé como que, oh my God. Hay un personaje que es como una caja de chicle. O sea, como un gumball machine. Y de repente se van atrás de los bushes y viene la persona blowing candy, like a bubble gum. Y si tú ves dónde está para sacar el dulce, te queda, holy, it was a blowjob. Como que it was like I realized, and I was laughing, and my kid didn't understand porque a mí me dio risa que un personaje estuviera mascando chicle. Era como que yo dije, wow, like it's for everyone, I guess.
Yeah. The girls be watching cartoons like
no,
that.
cuando tú ves el Coffee Bean, tirando coffee por las tetillas, you're gonna die. Oh, that's all I'm gonna say.
There's a lot. Like I'm watching now what's on, and I'd be like, yo, there's a lot of weird shit. Like they have this thing called Three Bears or some shit,
Oh, I
watching.
think I didn't see all of it, but I've seen episodes of it. It's like
Nigga.
a polar bear, a panda bear, and a brown
Nigga,
bear.
and I'm
We
looking
Bear
at it.
Bears.
We Bear Bears, something like that. And it's to the point that the girls are like not looking at it no more, and I'm just sitting on the sofa like, what the fuck is gonna happen with these bears?
Yeah, it actually turned out that show it turned out pretty good. I wasn't hoping that much for it, but it turned out pretty good.
It's some stupid shit too. Like
Oh, yeah.
even stupid shit. Like they be watching Gumball sometimes, and I just be in the episode with them. Oh, shit, out of here. Like this weird shit. But yeah, talking about fucking animation. Season 2 is gonna come out of fucking Demon Slayer pretty soon. I keep seeing people saying, "Oh, the second season has come out September 25th," and from what I read, that's a lie. I read it was like what they said is September 25th. They're gonna have like an event or some shit where they're gonna announce what the fuck is gonna happen. Now, obviamente, Deke knows what the fuck is gonna happen.
That show must be fucking
I'm ready.
fire because shit, yo, hey, no harikiri here, please.
Pues no hay enfermero, hay no doctores aquí, so
En el episodio. ¡Ah!
Deke just, I'm like, oh shit, got some help. Somebody call somebody.
Yo ahí,
I haven't-
fifth concentrate. Me muero. Kill me.
I haven't seen this show or whatever like to completion. I've only seen like 2 episodes, but it must have hit really hard because I've seen stickers of those characters on cars in Florida and North Carolina, like everywhere. It's like the number 1 go-to sticker to put on your damn car window is those characters.
also.
I think
No.
Demon Slayer.
Yes.
it rides the line.
Me quedé del oso, cabrón.
It reminds me at times of My Hero because it rides the line of like tonally you get really serious and then all of a sudden it's just the big eyes, the fucking nosebleeds, like it gets real comical and then like really fast switches real quick back into serious tones and shit. That should be throwing me off sometimes while watching it. But the fucking show is good.
It is.
Yeah, it is a very good show.
I saw the first 2 episodes. I thought it was okay.
Espérate.
So 2 episodes out of fucking 20.
That's what I'm saying. I
Uh-huh.
thought it was okay. I didn't have anything bad to say about it. Again, it's just the Asian crying characters just.
No.
Okay, pero no es
I know,
Deadpool
I
level
know.
of crime.
It will get
You know
better.
why
I
he
know
cries,
it get better.
though?
I'm just saying.
Nigga, toxic masculinity. This nigga was like, this is the hero. He's crying like a bitch. I'm not watching this shit.
He's crying? He has emotions? Nah.
His fucking family died. He's crying like a pendejo. Get the fuck out of here already. Tough it up, nigga. No, there's characters that makes me laugh. Cause like in My Hero, the nigga with like the purple grapes on his head. Nigga,
Minera.
that's
Minera.
Senitsu, nigga. That's fucking Senitsu in Demon Slayer. That nigga's funny as fuck. He's always
Pero-
trying to get bitches.
Es que todavía él no ha visto a Zenitsu en su most powerful form.
Él no ha visto
Of
nada.
crying and
o sea,
anxiety.
no ha visto-
I seen the whole first season. That's my
Yeah, me
favorite
too.
character so far. I like how when the switch comes, mad serious. That nigga's not playing no game. When he was fucking up the spiders, I was like, Senitsu's that nigga. Is that shit? But yeah, he's like the comic relief in that show. I think that show is good as fuck.
Yeah.
The movie
A mí
was
me
really good.
pasó, a mí me pasó con la película que pues, en Luca cuando la trajeron, alguien la vio primero y viene y dice, porque tal personaje se muere. Y yo, se pide hondo. Y leí todos los mangas y más nadie me va a poder dañar la serie en un futuro. Pero, it's like, now I have the power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Did the movie ever come out on a streaming service?
No.
Not yet, right?
No.
Did
Ni
it
tampoco.
Did he go to Crunchyroll for a while?
I don't know.
Because I know the movie
Like,
came
I
out in
wouldn't-
theaters and everybody was like, it was during pandemic times and it made good amount of money.
Ujú.
It like literally held up its end of the
Oh.
bargain in the theaters or whatever.
Lo
But
otro
I'm wondering-
es la fecha del Blu-ray y el DVD. Yo no sé si la cambiaron o qué, pero tampoco la he visto por ahí.
maybe that's the
Ellos
announcement they're
hicieron,
gonna
ellos
make.
hicieron un pushback porque la fecha originalmente iba a salir cuando estaba saliendo en otros países.
Ujú.
Y ellos dijeron como que let's hold it porque puede afectarlo. Pero ya la película está disponible.
I spent.
Pero
nigga,
tengo que
I spent-
buscarla. I need it in my
I
life.
got it, nigga. I spent like $60 watching that shit, nigga. I took
Yeah.
the girls because they only had it in IMAX. I went to Carolina and the girls wanted to see it.
I was
But,
this
like,
close
okay.
to watching it. Where the hell was I? I was on a trip somewhere and I was this close to watching it. And then I called you and you were like, you might want to watch the anime series first. And literally at the theater, I was like, all right, I guess I'll watch something else.
Nigga,
Yeah.
the girl, nigga, I'm telling you, the girls cried, nigga. At the ending of that movie,
Oh,
now,
really?
the
Oh,
girls, nigga, emotionally connected. Nigga, they like the characters. That's their nil nicknames. Fucking, they call each other that and shit in school. Tanjiro, Nezuko, they be calling that shit in school. So when the crack comes, there's a character that they kind of liked. That at the end of the movie, he dies,
Goku?
and like right before he dies, that was
Right,
Derek,
spoilers.
nigga. That was Derek. That was me.
you too. There's a character and he dies. Shut the fuck up.
Nigga, there's a lot of characters, nigga. Characters he died, right? And at the
Bro,
end,
pero está hablando de uno de los demonios. ¿Tú sabes cuántos demonios se mueren en esa película?
exactly, it's a
Like, he could get
Exactly.
attached to a demon.
No,
Nigga.
it's honestly,
Oh,
like,
nigga.
come on, let's be real.
Point is, I didn't even know that my daughters had that emotional level yet. But this nigga is like talking to his like the ghost version of his mother. I just wanted to make you proud. Nigga, Calicelia. I was looking at them like, y'all understand that shit?
Bro,
Nigga, the movie
esa
was in
maldita
Japanese.
niña.
I
I'm
didn't
glad.
even see it in
I'm
English
glad.
or Spanish.
I'm
They
glad.
were
I'm
just
glad.
emotional.
I'm glad you're teaching them mortality through fucking anime, Candyman. Like they're gonna have such a warped fucking like
Nigga.
for you of death. It's like, yo, don't worry,
Nigga.
Dad. Grandma passed away, but she'll come back in season 3. Like,
Yo,
we can bring her back, Dad. We can bring her
They'll be
back.
like, it's time to take some revenge.
Like, Dad, what was it? What's the one in Alchemist? The equal exchange ratio or whatever. We can totally bring her back, Dad.
yeah. Khaleesi was watching the fucking Candyman, and she was getting.
I still do
Okay.
not know. I love you to death. You're my family member. I do not know how you take your children to watch a movie like that.
Bro,
I'm sorry.
estamos en el mismo tren, Miguel. Like,
I
por
do
primera
not
vez, Miguel y
know.
yo
Nigga,
conectamos.
There's levels. There's levels of acceptable things to show. And Candyman's right up there with like no fucking way until maybe they're like 13 the most.
Nigga, Khaleesi was like, Daddy. She looked at me like, Daddy, I don't like this movie. It's a little scary. I was like, all right, baby, take my phone. Play some
Take my
games."
phone, Derek. That was just not covering her eyes.
Take my phone.
Nigga, she didn't want.
You can
Nigga,
still-
it's
you
the
can
whole
still-
movie. I'm
you
gonna
can still
cover her
hear.
eyes the whole
You can
fucking
still,
movie.
You can still hear the flesh
Ella
being
lo
torn
sabe.
apart in the
Yeah.
movie. Her,
Busca-
like,
It's
But-
like an hour and 40 minutes. I'm gonna be an hour and 40 minutes. Be like, don't look, baby, don't look.
you
I
can
get
still
her to
hear
go.
you can still hear the dismemberment going on in the background. But okay,
Nigga.
just watch.
Yeah, but she can ignore it.
Exactly. She
No.
ignored, nigga.
She can-
I turned to Aaliyah. Nigga, the total opposite. She was sitting in the nigga.
It was like
sitting, nigga, she was rooting.
Leah was like this.
Nigga,
Bro,
Dad.
she
bro.
was rooting. She was rooting for the fuck. She was like, Candyman. Look, Daddy, Candyman. Candyman. Like, when they
Bro.
would say it 5 times, she would say it. Come on. Look at Candyman. Candyman.
Tus nenas tienen opposites, like, personalidades, porque hay una que me habla, hay otra que solamente me mira de lejos y como que,
Nigga, that's Aaliyah. Aaliyah is the one that always comes here and just looks at people.
por eso,
Nigga.
bro, yo le voy a devolver las cartas de Pokémon a ella, como que se las puedo dar a ella, como que, toma, perdón, I don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah, it's not like back in the day it was like, oh, I remember. No, everything is on video. In 10 years, if YouTube is there, she's gonna be like, this is the motherfucker that took my Pokemon card.
Por eso.
It's time, nigga, revenge. But yeah, going back to fucking Demon Slayer. What I don't want you to give me spoilers because I want to see it, but like more or less, what are like some big events that are supposed to happen? Without telling me no deaths or anything like that, because we know where they're going. Because like the movie is like literally a
Harakiri,
continuation of the series. Like the series, the season finale ends with them at the train station. The movie starts with them getting on the fucking train. So it's like really, really close in time.
Thanks, bro.
I'm wondering how it finishes. That's not a fucking spoiler. It's called Mugen Train. That's the name of the fucking movie. Nigga, so yeah, well, like, nigga, you're nodding and I'm talking to you, bitch. What the fuck is supposed to happen in season 2?
Bro,
Season
es
2
que
happens.
Season 2 happens, yeah, it's gonna happen. Es que no puedo.
It was like,
Es como que no es spoiler, pero no digas, pero di. Es como que
Yeah,
estoy
exactly.
buscando
Don't spoil it for me, but tell me major things that happen in the next season.
Nigga,
Exacto.
nigga, I can tell you right now, we're gonna talk about movie, and I'm gonna give a summary without giving spoilers. Do that shit up top.
Obviously,
Okay, va a ser un arco
for the last 30
dramático para
minutes,
que
you might not be capable of that.
va a ser un arco dramático para que ciertos personajes maduren. ¿Ya? Okay. Like that could
Okay, so nigga, then you can say that because in season 2 of My Hero Academia, we don't see that. We're just starting to see that now, and we're talking about we're in the 5th fucking season. So that's saying so in this season of Demon Slayer, it changes. Like it's gonna I'm asking it tonally is gonna get a lot more serious.
Lo que pasa es que contrario a My Hero Academia, esta serie tiene que avanzar contrario a My Hero Academia. Los personajes no tienen mucho tiempo, como en My Hero, que van a tener todo el spam para crecer. Ellos están corriendo. Yo no sé qué que ellos vayan a brincar del manga, si vayan a añadir algo por ser serie animada, pero si es como el manga, va a tener momentos de crecimiento para... Es que se me olvida el nombre de él, el que se duerme. It's gonna be like, this is gonna be his arc. Se supone, si está atado como el manga. Este va a ser el arco de él de crecer, de él matar ciertos tipos de enemigos que cuentan algo de la historia personal. Ya, the Yellow, es que se me olvida el nombre.
The Lightning.
Yeah, the Lightning Dude. So, este es como el arco, el arco de él, y te van a hablar sobre que Michael Jackson no es genuinamente lo que parece, es algo peor. O sea, te van a enseñar el backstory de él y a quién...
Rest in peace, Michael Jackson, I guess, or not.
Okay.
Michael Jackson. That was very problematic statement right there.
Nigga, nigga, literally when you see it, you're gonna be like, oh shit, Michael Jackson. Nigga, like as soon as you see it, it's gonna connect, nigga.
Bro, él en un episodio va a hacer y se va y ya tú vas a ver. Like legitimately, that's gonna happen.
I thought you were gonna be like he's gonna go and like drag kids away with him or something like that.
Bro, no voy a decir nada, pero hay ciertas cosas que no sé cómo se van a adaptar en animación.
You're just ignorant. Nobody got that South Park reference? All right, never mind.
Yes, I did. Don't worry about it.
O sea, yo no he visto el teaser de Season 2 todavía, solamente vi como un dibujo y como que los paneles cogiendo color. Sé que hay un teaser, pero no lo he visto todavía.
No, yo quisiera ver el trailer completo. So que de verdad, guarden hasta que salga el trailer completo, porque es que ese teaser no va a decir nada, no dice nada. It's nothing.
Yeah, the teaser is nothing. It just shows like interaction. It's just like poses. Like,
algo que pasa en Mugen Train, finalmente vas a poder ver el desenlace en la segunda temporada. Eso es como el big gist de Season 2. Eso va a estar chévere.
Big gist.
Me gusta que terminaron el manga.
Dije gist.
No gist. Pero a mí me gusta que terminaron el manga. A diferencia de My Hero Academia y a diferencia de muchos animes por ahí.
Ellos nos tiraron el chicle, dijeron vamos al grano y fueron al grano. Eso es lo que yo admiro por lo menos de ella.
Sí. Cuando sacan series así está top notch.
I guess I'm gonna have to watch this shit. A lot of killing, demons.
Binge watch it, man. Trust me.
A horny character, Michael Jackson, and jizz on trains. All right.
Just watch it, bro.
Damn, I always forget his name. Is it Inosuke or some shit?
Inosuke.
Nigga.
Inosuke.
My
boy.
Boreman, nigga.
That's my dude.
Yeah, that nigga is funny. I think you're gonna like that character.
No, ok, Miguel, por si acaso, él sí se quita la máscara en algún momento. No, ya para qué. No, come back.
It's not spoilers.
It's not spoilers, sino como que en algún momento.
That's not actually his face?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was his face. All right. Fuck
Pero
me,
le enseñan la cara,
Él le enseñan la cara. Yo sé que Miguel es de las personas que de momento va a decir, este cabrón, la cara de él, bla, bla, bla. ¿Por qué puñeta él tiene eso en la cara? Pero guay. No, cabrón, se la quita después.
I guess I'm not to watch it now.
Yes. This nigga Miguel has such a fucking list of shit to watch because of this show.
Yeah.
Bro, it's not even that. It's just it's very hard.
It's not even funny.
It's very hard. I'm gonna be honest with you. With anime, like it's very hard to hook me. Like I have to be fucking like totally intrigued with bro. Like the last time I think I felt like completely involved in an anime was like Death Note. I'm gonna be honest with you, and that's a hard one to like stomach. A lot of people don't stomach that entire series because it's literally like blah blah blah. There's
No, yo
hardly
dejé
any action, bro.
los últimos 5 episodios yo los dejé. I never watched them.
Bro, oh my
It doesn't
God,
even make
fucking-
sense.
I
Like,
love that fucking series, bro. Like, I was
Yeah.
so invested in those characters. Like to the point where like they changed, like all animes do. It comes to a point where like they changed the intro music, and my brain was like, I was like, how fucking dare you, yo?
I know, right?
How fucking dare you?
Nigga, that shit happens in My Hero like every half season.
They
Like,
changed
every
But,
half season, I was like, what the fuck? I'm already getting used to the
Yeah.
beat. This fucking shit. I gotta learn this new one. Fuck.
Exacto.
No, la de Season 4, la última mitad de Season 4, ese intro, I hate it. It's the worst one. Trust me.
Nigga, those fucking intros though in My Hero, like they'll go in and when they change it, they'll like show you shit that's gonna happen later in the series.
Ese
And
es
I'm
el-
watching it now after a couple seasons. I'm watching. I'm like, okay, this is gonna pop off. Something's gonna happen here.
I'm
Por
sick
eso,
of that.
y son misleading a veces porque enseñaban a Oh My explotando una ciudad. I'm like, excuse me?
Okay, like
No,
the
but
first like 2-3 seasons, I didn't get it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've been reading Berserk, and I'm super invested in that story. or whatever.
Dude.
It's so fucking good, and it's so out there. Like it's like for me right now, the creme de la creme of like fucked up stories when it comes to anime. But I'm afraid of watching the show. I'm afraid of watching the movies and the show because the story's so fucking good in the books. I'm like, you're gonna bastardize this somehow. I know you're gonna bastardize because there's no way you're gonna fit all those fucking books into at least 7 hours of fucking storytelling.
Por eso se han
No, I
tardado
mean-
tanto en sacarlo, porque eso no ha terminado. Eso sacan
Oh,
un episodio
God.
cada 3 años, una pendeja así.
And then you tell me, oh no, because bro, I need you to read those fucking books. Yo, that character is devoid of fucking emotion. Like, there's no good and bad with that main character.
nigga, no.
Yeah,
wonder.
anybody-
Like, that shit
anybody-
so much. That explains so much, nigga.
Anybody could catch it. Female, male, you know.
Oh, there we go, nigga. There we go. Now we know.
Sexually, like not chosen yet. Children, everybody could catch. Like the character is so you root for this character, but he's such a
for this character.
He's no. You root for this character, and he's such devoid of like fucking morality. Like he'll use a child. If you haven't seen Berserk, he carries a huge ass fucking sword or whatever. He dangles this fucking child from the sword and like uses him as bait and runs through the town to get this big ass monster. While the little kid is like literally screaming like, "Why the fuck would you do this shit to me?" And he's like, "Shut the fuck up."
I'm gonna make sure that I save this clip. Next
Oh
time we
my
have
God.
a fucking conversation, nigga, like I don't fucking
I'm
like
sorry.
these people crying.
But that's the point.
We know. That's the point.
but
Child
that's-
murder.
And now it's not even
Bro.
that. It's not even that.
Child
No,
murder,
no,
we're
no,
back.
Llegamos al punto del programa.
It's not
Llegamos al
even
punto.
that.
Full
It's not even
circle,
that.
people.
No, it's not even that. It's the fact that that character goes through some fucked up shit in the beginning. They show you, like, they'll show you the way they introduce the character. He's already fighting like this epic ass battle against a monster, and then they take you all the way back to his childhood, and they show you how he grew up, and it's like, bro, it's fucked up. Like, it's gross at points. Like, it's very fun.
Alright.
And you don't see this motherfucker crying not once.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
There we
Es
go.
para ti, Miguel, un personaje interesante
You don't see him.
que no llore y mate
I was
niños.
born. I was
There you
born
go.
out of my
There you
dead
go.
mom's vagina.
Nigga, there you go.
Like,
The missing piece of the puzzle has been fucking unleashed.
they literally
Like,
found
I
me
was
on the
like-
ground as a baby, face down in water. Oh,
See?
like, bro.
I was like, I don't want to hear that crying
Okay,
shit.
Dexter.
I want
No.
niggas to be smacking women, smacking
No,
men,
bro.
killing kids. He was like, that's
No.
the hero. That's the hero of the story.
No Joraira for that guy. All he knows how to do is just be epic, suck that shit up, and keep it moving, bro.
Ahora viene un episodio de He's Crying.
No, there is an episode. There is a part where you see him crying, but he's like, I don't want to spoil it. It's something that's really bad is happening to him. It's not, and it has nothing to do with like love or anything like that. It's like he's literally getting violated. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh, there you go. He's crying because his dick is falling out. He's getting raped. That's the only way this nigga crying.
Bro.
Miguel's gonna be fucking the
Nah,
toxic Avenger.
let
from
me
now
tell you.
on. That's
Let
what
me
this
tell
nigga
you.
is. The
Let me tell
toxic
you.
Avenger, nigga.
Jersey, represent all day. That's Jersey
There you
Supreme.
go,
Toxic
nigga.
Avenger, baby.
There we go, son. Toxic Avenger, nigga.
But honestly, dude, that series, the books, man, I'm collecting them in the library versions. Oh, somebody's gonna come into this house and they're gonna be like, this guy's into some dark shit because all he has is Sandman, Hellboy, and they're all black books with like red lining. They're gonna be like, this motherfucker's into like some deep, scary stuff.
This nigga's into the occult. This nigga, okay, what's that? American Horror Story.
Bro, I like Hellboy too. Hellboy's another character that's like, oh, so epic or whatever. And
of course,
he has sentimental.
For days.
No,
for days.
Are you kidding me? Have you read a Hellboy book? Like he's sentimental. No, he's a character which was an instrument of evil, and he's literally turned against evil because he's raised by good-hearted humans. But the way they write him is like, yo, he's not plegado all the fucking time. He has like really bad struggles within himself, but he's not like fucking weeping all the time. Like, suck that shit up, bro. Suck it up.
Yo lo único que voy a decir es,
there we go.
Thank God I have a beer today, porque this does deserve some day drinking.
Randy Savage over here, though. All right, so in about a week, a couple of days, fucking Shang-Chi is gonna be coming out. So
finally,
yeah. Before the movie comes out, I just want to talk a little bit about it. All right, we're in the week that it comes out. I haven't read any spoilers, so I don't fucking know what's gonna happen. But
yo sé que si Shang-Chi llora en alguna parte, ya Miguel se va a ir de
It's a wrap. It's a wrap, nigga. If his mother dies in his arms and he cries, look at this bitch ass nigga.
So I'll be honest with you, I will be pissed off if the movie's 2 hours and the intro is him halfway through the movie, and the end is weeping and crying. Yo, suck that shit up, son.
Suck that shit up. Tell you.
Suck that shit up.
Let's put the names on. Let's put Toxic Avenger down here. But yeah, what's the what do you guys think, like financially wise? What do you think that's gonna do this weekend?
I think it's going to surpass Black Widow for sure.
Yeah,
we just have to take the Black Widow numbers, whatever she made, like 70 million, 80 million. I think it's gonna surpass that. Y no es solamente por el simple hecho de que this is a new whole story in the Marvel universe. Es que es exclusivo de cine, and I know the Chinese market is gonna blow it up.
That's what I'm really wondering. I'm really wondering how it's gonna do overseas. Like in China, so like, are they gonna like it? They're gonna be like, man, fuck this movie.
Are they showing it in China? I don't even know.
They are gonna show it in China, pero es lo mismo que yo les llevo diciendo, no va a ser lo mismo que de Mulan. Mulan tiene sus controversias no solamente por la manera que está hecha, sino por varios remarks que hizo la actriz en el momento que estaban pasando por las protestas allá en Hong Kong. O sea, que es mucha política, mucha mierda, salió simultáneamente en Disney Plus, pero no sé, saliéndose exclusiva en cine, yo creo que le da un poquito más de leeway y de la manera que, no sé, de la manera que estos actores no están puestos en una controversia, yo pienso que va a ser mejor. Y la película tampoco es como que cogiendo Chinese culture y una historia, o sea, un Chinese fable, no la está tomando y la está modernizando, no la está haciendo nada, simplemente es una historia de los cómics, la están tratando con más respeto y, like, they're making him an Avenger, so we're gonna have Shang-Chi for a long time. So,
yeah,
es bien diferente, es bien diferente.
I hear is like people saying, yo, that the fights are just fucking bananas.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a good way. They're like, these are like some of the best hand-to-hand fucking fight scenes in the MCU.
Mira, yo voy a decir algo, va a ser controversial, pero I cannot stand by this. El que diga que se parece a Jackie Chan me lo voy a cagar en la madre.
Celi, gracias a Dios que hiciste ese statement ahora mismo, porque yo iba a tocar eso, pero no es que te parece a Jackie Chan, que estaba viendo un review, que era como que él incorpora a Jackie Chan y yo como que...
No, si tú quieres incorporar, okay, sí, Jackie Chan, sí, él es un maestro.
And it could be the whole thing as he uses comedy as during the fight scenes or whatever.
Okay.
I could see that. I could see that they'd say that or whatever, like he uses, because it's lighthearted at one point. Like the movie's it's a Disney flick. Let's be honest. At the end of the day, So I don't think they're gonna get too dark with shit.
No,
But,
obviamente.
Yeah, I don't
But
think so.
Jackie Chan incorporates a lot of comedy into his fight scenes. So
Sí, pero yo lo digo como que si están praising los fight scenes, habla de los coreógrafos, habla de esto, no habla de un actor que obviamente no tiene nada que ver. He has his own thing, su propio estilo de hacer los stunts, su propio estilo de hacer la comedia durante los stunts. Pero si la coreografía está hecha de una manera que tú dices, nieta, esa pelea está brutal, no metas a Jackie Chan porque para eso yo pienso, pues, Donnie Yen, por favor. Porque Donnie Yen en Rogue One hizo su comedia, pero él hizo su fight scenes, hija de puta. Porque he was fucking blind. His character was blind. So yeah.
Y esto no lo estoy diciendo racist, pero isn't Jackie Chan in this movie like legitly? Esto no es un joke.
I don't think so.
No.
I heard he was voicing something.
What do you mean? No, say that again? What?
Okay, he's voicing supposedly like one of the characters in the movie.
If he's voicing like a dragon or some shit, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I feel like he's not like in any live action character. I don't think I've seen his face.
He's voicing, exacto, he's voicing a character. Mushu. Por lo que yo tengo entendido, no, Mushu, that's
what an asshole you are.
But yeah, supposedly he's voicing one of the dragons. So
now, what I'm gonna say, this is what fucking got me tight, nigga, like motherfucking tizite this fucking morning. People are trying to boycott the movie now, right? Even Chinese people, black people, they're boycotting the movie because of Aquafina.
¿Por qué?
Why? Because
she is a comedy relief.
Aquafina said that she didn't want to play a character in this movie that had a Chinese accent that was like broken English. Like they do the Spanish maids and shit. She was like, my character is from America. I'm gonna speak with an American accent. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
So then people, I'm gonna put the tweets that I read. People was like, this bitch says she don't want to speak with a Chinese accent, but she speaks with a black accent. I was like, what the fuck is a black accent? There was like,
shit.
Aquafina don't do accents, but will drop rap songs in black accent and won't apologize for using it for fame.
Because she has songs out. Does she
nigga,
rap?
Because she's a rapper. Yeah. Nigga, let's go to the next one. You can take this down because no one is coming to see Shang-Chi, and Aquafina is anti-black with her appropriated black accent. As so many others have pointed out, no one is going to sit in the theater during a pandemic to watch her for 2 hours.
Wow.
Oh my God. Do you want to see what she blew up?
Will be, and we're going to get into that. Black accent reason I don't go to see Shang-Chi. I don't feel comfortable with her overt cultural appropriation. I saw that shit this morning. And I was like, first off, what the fuck is a black accent? Black people in Brooklyn do not talk like black people in Georgia, nor do they talk like black people in Houston or black people in Idaho. Hip hop doesn't belong to black people. If you want to talk about cultural appropriation in the 80s,
I can't comment on this situation. I'm 50 Shades too light.
But I'm the perfect fucking shade to talk about this shit. Hip hop. You want to talk about?
I can say like one word and that's it. Like,
you gotta bring the light down in your room, Deca, if you want to actually have a little.
Oh yeah.
If you want to talk about something that's cultural, there's things within all communities. Like if you wanna talk about white, the German culture is not the same as the Russian culture. They're all white. African culture is not the same as Jamaican culture. So if you want to talk about culture, hip hop belongs to the tri-state area. That is New York culture. There was nobody in fucking Idaho, black, white, Chinese, Hispanic, in the 80s that had anything to do with the fucking hip hop scene until that shit came out.
You can't give him one shot if you have the room divided. I didn't do that. Damn, he was on a good rant. He was on a good rant too.
There's no fucking body that's not from fucking New York in the 80s that was bumping hip hop when it first came out. So it doesn't belong to a race of people. It belongs to New York because there's certain places that have cultural, like they have a culture from that place. The San Francisco culture, Texas culture, like that shit is not a race. It's because where it's at. Aquafina is from fucking Queens. she speaks like people from fucking Queens. To me, it sounds racist if you say she speaks black. Obama don't fucking talk like Trippie Redd. DMX don't fucking talk like Colin Powell. Like,
rest in
what the
peace.
fuck? Like, like I'm saying, what the fuck are you talking about when you say she has a black accent? For me, that sounds like you think all black people sound the same. When I hear that, that's what the fuck I hear. If she's speaking that, she wants to be black. And when I was young, we all said like little things like Eminem and this shit. Oh, he's trying to be black, blah 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 blah. But that, and like in reality, that's just jokes out here. When you act like really serious about it, she's like, this is cultural appropriation. She's using the words, the way black people sound to make a career. No, motherfucker. Everybody speaks like that in New York. That's our culture. If you're not from New York, shut the fuck up and don't have an opinion.
Oh,
Come on.
Time out. I'm from Jersey. Let me just fucking.
Yeah, turn it around, man.
My bad. Oh my god.
This is tri-state shit. Then, you know what I mean? This is tri-state shit. Philly, Jersey, Connecticut, New York. Like in the 80s, that's where hip hop was born out of. Graffiti, b-boy, rapping. Like this is where it comes from. If you're not in that, if you was nowhere in that vicinity, then your fucking opinion don't mean shit. Don't talk about accents when you wasn't there. It's the same thing when it comes to...
I didn't know she wasn't there, though. She might have been there.
Oh.
The chick that made the black side. The chick that made the black side comment.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Please, nigga. Fuck out of here. That nigga, for me, that's doing the opposite of what you want to do. Like if you're saying that there's a black accent, then what you're saying is all black people sound exactly the same. You're putting them in the box. You're saying what you're saying is that Aquafina sounds ghetto, so you're saying all black people sound ghetto. That's what the fuck. No. I sound ghetto because I'm from fucking New York. And I'm from the same neighborhood.
Not for nothing. I know some Chinese people that are ghetto as shit. Like yo, like, I know some Asian people yo that are like they're deep in the streets. Yo.
I know a lot of Asian people that sound ghetto as fuck. All those Asian people that I know is from New York. They're not from fucking Columbus, Ohio, or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's shit that's culture. Like if you want to say like even within the black community, what you eat in Jamaica is not what you eat in Africa. If anything, Africa parece más a nosotros. Them niggas be eating verdura, they be eating panapén, they be eating yuca shit. Jamaicans, they be eating oxtail. So when you try to clutch like everything, hip hop and the way she speaks is just all black communities, everything together, that shit don't make no fucking sense. That's my fucking rant.
Okay.
Mira, she's been on. But ella,
I know.
Mira, ella creció en Stony Brook, Long Island, fue una escuela en Manhattan. Ha estado en Queens, obviamente. O sea,
Shame.
Her parents. Yeah, all her parents, like, her paternal great-grandfather was a Chinese immigrant in the 1940s who opened in Cantonese restaurants, lumps in Flushing, Queens. You know, so her family has been, you know, integrated to the New York culture as a whole. Nada más con, with like generations, like puñeta. Came in. Oh my god, it's so stupid, man. It's so stupid that we have to go out, find the information, and explain this to people.
No, I hate when people do that. Like if you ain't from that culture, then you know what that means to me? That means like, okay, I'm gonna tell a black person, don't cook tacos, don't make spaghetti. Argentina did build a career having this thing, but that's her accent. That's the way that we talk and shit. She's getting more.
The point that he's making is that she turns it off when it suits her. It's not.
Nigga, when I go to a job interview, I turn that shit off too. I'm not gonna talk on a job interview the way that I talk with y'all niggas.
Hey. I was raised in Newark, New Jersey, but my customer service voice is from Harvard.
So then there you go, nigga. I worked in a call center in Guaynabo when I had to take phone calls from people from what the fuck was it? It was Texas and it was two others to Indiana. It was Texas, Indiana, Kentucky. These niggas didn't hear this. How are you doing today, sir? How can I help you? That's what the fuck they heard. I'm not gonna use my accent, how the fuck I actually talk, if it don't suit me.
Nosotros
Pues que-
adaptamos cómo hablamos dependiendo de la situación, eso es una realidad. O sea,
Eso es
no-
verdad. Si
no-
ustedes escucharan a Deke fuera de este podcast, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. The gratuitous, violent, misogynist shit that comes out this man's mouth.
I
It
mean,
would make a sailor pick up his drinks and leave the bar.
Yeah, like yo,
Yeah.
like I hate that shit. I hate this whole cultural appropriation that's used for every single thing. Justin Bieber got dreadlocks. Did you invent dreadlocks? Then mind your fucking business if he got dreadlocks.
Do you have a pattern?
Is he gonna make money off of him walking around with these dreadlocks? Are these dreadlocks gonna make him money? No, then mind your fucking business. There's like, I feel like in society, there's like a sense of entitlement that people have, that they had nothing to do with what was fucking invented. If black people made this 50 years ago, mind your fucking business if you're not a black person that's at least 50. If you didn't have nothing to do with it, then it ain't yours. It ain't yours. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what race you are. You could be German, Russian, Hispanic, Cuban. I don't give a fuck what it was. Is that the same one or is that another one?
That's another one.
Oh, we all code switch. Because Marvel probably told her, yo, keep that shit to a minimum. Don't get too fucking ghetto.
Marvel
Yeah.
controla mucho lo que dicen, exacto.
That's what I'm saying. She's told to do that. So for you to go, like, for somebody to come and say, "Oh,"
I think
using
like
cultural
honestly though,
appropriation,
I think in her defense, I think honestly, I don't know the whole story, but that one which Orengo just pointed out, again, it goes back to your job. Like my job, I bet you if we spoke like this, which honestly, there's even when we make a podcast, I've told Nick there's certain things I would like to stay away from because if I'm publicly seen, throw that,
speaking extra spicy.
speaking extra spicy. You know what I
Exacto.
mean? Your job could be like, whoa, dude, like we have you deal with, high-end customer clients, whatever, and we don't like you.
Y de momento te ven a ti.
They associate you with us. Which it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet, but my point is that, like, when you have a job, sometimes you have to tone down your fucking shit. You know what I mean?
And it's not like she's all of a sudden, like, she's speaking more correct now, and all of a sudden she's like, these fucking ghetto folk, the fuck out of here. Like, she's not
has her show. I've watched the first season of her show. I haven't watched the second season. I think it's still coming out. Has the tone in her show changed ever since this movie's come out?
I've only seen.
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so because while she's working for this show, she's let loose. While she's working for Disney, she has to fucking play by Disney's ball game.
That's
Or
why
whatever.
in the show, she's basically Aquafina. Like, she's not playing a different fucking character. So she's playing herself in her fucking community.
Sí, porque it is a semi-autobiographical series, if
Which,
I'm
by
not
the way,
mistaken.
season 1, Nicholas told me, he was like, oh, I've seen episodes and it's fucking weird. I saw season 1 of that show and I could not stop fucking laughing. Like, to the point where I was like, this comedy even feels like it's aimed towards women. Like, these jokes aren't supposed to make me laugh that hard, and I'm fucking laughing my ass off super hard at a lot of the stuff that she does in that show.
Yo, no es que la defienda, pero yo concuerdo con muchas de las cosas que ustedes digan. O sea, yo solamente la he visto en una sola serie y ha sido por voice acting. So, yo, en mi total opinión, tendría que ver Nora from Queens. No la he visto.
Not even. Go to YouTube and see how she came out. She's bitch is a rapper.
Yeah, exacto. O sea, yo por lo menos escucho sus canciones, he visto un par de cosas. O sea, not recent stuff like Shang-Chi and not recent stuff like her second season. Pero es como que todo depende en qué environment tú también estés. Ok, sí, te va a decir, no digas tal cosa, tienes que ver cómo tú hablas. Cuando te dejes las entrevistas en las fucking todas entrevistas que le hacen a ellos, que ellos se sientan en una silla y viene reportero tras reportero tras reportero a preguntarle la misma mierda for their shit. O sea, para sus medios. Es como que, o sea, ella tiene que mantenerse igual en todas esas putas entrevistas. Igual como, no sé, maybe...
It's called media training, which we don't have.
No, we don't. That's why. And again, whatever tweet, for me, the way I understood those tweets, it sound mad fucking racist. Like, who invented the word black Santa? That's literally just saying every fucking black person talks exactly the same. That's what that sounds like to me.
my whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the movie. My whole thing with the movie is like, it's hard. I think they have a hard enough battle, trying to sell this thing as it is. For now to attach like cancel culture to it, like like
With
and
other
not only
Asian
that,
people.
not only
Like
not,
this is your time, nigga. What y'all doing?
yeah, it's just like it's really hard. But then again, like I'm the whole thing. Like again, I'm not gonna sit here on my chair and be like, "Yo, you're totally wrong for your feelings about this movie," because the person that's saying it is of the culture, is of Asian culture, or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be really stupid for me to be like, your fucking feelings about the way your culture is being represented are totally wrong coming from a light-skinned fucking Puerto Rican. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do that. I really can't do that. But it's a shame, bro, because it's just like, I don't know. I haven't seen this movie yet to cast an opinion on it yet. But it already seems like it has a shitload of obstacles against it to be successful. And now,
go ahead. And now.
No, que sino que ahora que dices eso, ahora eso me lleva a lo que pasó con In the Heights, que estaban diciendo, que es muy centrado en puertorriqueños y bla, bla, bla. Ok, sí, pero la obra era idéntica. O sea, en la obra era igual. O sea, ¿por qué te estás quejando de la película si están centrificando a los puertorriqueños? Ok, sí, lo hizo un puertorriqueño y qué sé yo, pero en realidad están centrificando a los latinos en islas como pues República Dominicana, Puerto Rico, sí, mencionan otras culturas y qué sé yo, y hay un cast variado, pero yo no entiendo cuál es el hate ahora de momento de como que, vamos, ellos están centrificando a los puertorriqueños, me voy a quejar. Es como que, sí, pero si miran la fucking obra, como dijo Deque, o sea, si miran la obra es idéntica, lo único que cambia son una que otras cosas. So, yo no entiendo de dónde venía ese hate después que yo me puse a ver clips de la obra porque era igual. Y nadie se quejaba de eso antes. Se quejan ahora porque es una película. Y como es Twitter, vamos a joder. Eso es lo que más me encabronó, de verdad.
Es que hoy en día se quejan de todo, en todo. Cuando una película como que trata de, ¿cómo te digo? De hablar de un tipo de cultura, se quejan de todo. Sí. Me imagino que alguien en el mundo se molestó porque en Paw Patrol no salen suficientes gatos. Like, legitimately, there has to be someone in the universe, like, gets offended by that.
It's like what I'm saying. These comments, for me, one of the reasons why I got so mad with these comments is that they have nothing to do with Asian representation in the movie. Like, it has nothing to do with anything that's in the movie. I'm not gonna see this movie that represents all these Asian characters because I think this one Chinese bitch talks black. That's what the fuck you say. It had nothing to do with anything that happened in the movie. It happens because I don't like her accent. I think that's a false accent, and she tries to talk black. Fuck out of here.
Again, back to the movie. I'm really I'm at the point. This happens to me before every movie I'm super excited for. So I reach like this pinnacle of like I'm super excited, and then I like nosedive to maybe I'm just overhyping it, and then like literally before I walk into the movie theater, I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be or whatever. Like, and I've spoiled the movie already for myself. Like, I already know everything that's gonna happen, but I want to see visually what they're gonna be like on screen or whatever.
Yeah, you told me, and I'm still super hype about the movie.
Yeah.
So no ha cambiado mi perspectiva, no ha cambiado absolutamente nada. I'm glad that it's way better than they did with fucking Mulan. Y que no está atada tanta controversia política ni nada.
Oh, not yet, apparently.
Exacto.
Like, part of me wants this movie to be a huge success for all the shit talking that was like when the first trailers came out. Oh, nobody's gonna care about this movie. Oh, this movie is fucking garbage. Oh, like I wasn't even rooting for it that hard, but I just love the underdog. You know what I mean? Like, everybody brushed it off. I was like, we don't even care about Shang-Chi. What the fuck is Shang-Chi? I don't even care. Who cares? Like, you know, like, and now that it's funny because now that the movie hasn't even come out yet, and now that all the positive reviews are out, oh fuck yeah, Shang-Chi, bro, hell yeah, like, bro,
nigga, you just mad unrelated, nigga. You just fucking with the character. Like, I'm just thinking now how they call like random white bitches Karen. Was that Dane Cook that started that shit? Remember, everybody has a friend named Karen that nobody likes.
Oh yeah, Dane Cook.
But as I say, he invented that Karen shit.
Karen is a bag of douche.
I didn't realize that shit. I think he
I feel
started
bad
that
for
shit.
I feel bad for every fucking sane female out there that's named Karen that has to carry the brunt of that horrible ass joke. Like, oh my god.
Lamentablemente, I have to say that it's true. I've met some Karens that I despise, but I do know some sane Karens that are pan de Dios, de verdad.
Yeah. You know what? Let's go to the next topic because I already feel like another rant building
Yeah,
up
yeah,
inside of me.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Something real cool that we have no fucking facts about. Like, it's just something that came out was that supposedly we was gonna get Xavier in Doctor Strange. I don't know if it's in the verse that they're in, or if it's gonna be while they're traveling to different multiverses. That idea sounded dope as fuck. When I read it, especially when it was like James McAvoy might be. They even said that he might go to a universe where Xavier is with the Illuminati, so we might see other characters. Nice. You already know I'm hyped that if James McAvoy is back, we got possibilities of fucking Fassbender coming back as Magneto. You already know, son. Don't cover your face. Don't cover your face, nigga. You already know.
I know that. I just remember reading that, and I was just like, as I was reading the words, I was like, all I saw in my head was like, Nick does not give a fuck about these words coming out. All he sees is there's a possibility of Magneto being introduced somewhere along with this.
Oh, fucking like that.
O lo presentan y dicen como, yeah, he died a long time ago. Y Lex en el cine, ¡ah!
Question for you guys. Do we have any idea, any confirmation, any sentence de lo que va a ser el plot de Multiverse of Madness, other than what we know about de quién va a salir?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that it has something to do with the multiverse.
And madness, perhaps?
And Madness, perhaps.
And somebody might be upset about something.
Yeah.
Porque yo quisiera saber cuál va a ser la justificación, además de explorar todos estos multiversos, porque obviamente todo pasa en Spider-Man, pero cuál va a ser la razón, the compelling or amazing or epic reason para ponerlos a ellos ahí. Porque
I'm thinking maybe no, we're talking about Xavier or Wanda.
Xavier. I'm talking about Xavier since that is like the main thing that everybody's like talking about right now. Y como que la especulación y todo. ¿Cuál sería el propósito de ponerlos ahí, además de darnos una mejor versión de X-Men que no hemos visto desde X-Men 2, the old one?
I feel like if that's done, that's not gonna be like a primary thing in that movie. I think that's just gonna be universe, like a cameo. Yeah.
No, I don't think it's gonna be a cameo. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna have to do like I think it's gonna be a solid segment in the movie. I don't think you're gonna be like just fly through the world and you're gonna be like, hey, look, it's Xavier. Boop, and then
I don't think it's gonna be that short of a cameo. But what I mean, I don't think it's gonna be anything that's gonna impact the story.
Por eso, porque si
that's
no,
not the way they're describing it.
Yeah, porque si no,
it's true either. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cuando
¿Tienen los tipos hats?
Sí, yo tengo el mío en el closet.
This is made out of metal underneath. Don't worry about it.
No, pero hablando claro, ¿ustedes no creen que eso le va a quitar protagonismo a la película y de lo que se supone que se va a hacer?
Claro.
I mean, most likely, but that's what the fuck Marvel does. Like they come out, they give you this, and then they bring this character here in a very small part because this character is supposed to impact the fucking universe, like down the road over here.
Pero si ese rumor de que ellos van a estar peleando con ellos, pues sabemos que es el classic trope como King Kong versus Godzilla, que siempre va a salir un tercer malo que va a balancearlos a ellos y ponerlos juntos.
I didn't hear that they were gonna fight them. I mean, I don't know.
Yo he visto esa misma noticia de que they're gonna fight.
That's how they're gonna fight, and supposedly the original script was made for Wolverine to come in, or they wrote a part for supposedly Hugh Jackman and him. He was supposed to get completely obliterated by Wanda.
Pues entonces podemos estar seguros que en el futuro, si eso pasa, podemos ver una película de X-Men, no de Avengers, una película de X-Men que sea X-Men versus Avengers.
Exacto.
Como en los cómics.
You have to introduce the X-Men first, like.
Okay, sí, pero ya que Phase 4 está planchado.
Yeah.
Phase 4 está planchado. Piénsalo de esa manera. Con todo lo que va a salir, que si Ironheart, que si todo está entre los Young Avengers y toda esta pendejada, where does it fit esta pelea. Si es que de momento vamos a ver este epic
I think it's nothing more than a multiverse. I think it's nothing more than just showing you another timeline or another universe, and she's fucking with it. That's just the point of that.
I think
or whatever.
To me, Avengers versus X-Men sounds like a Phase 6 type of movie.
Yeah.
I feel like we have to at least get an X-Men 1 and a 2 before they could go against like the Avengers, because that sounds like a Civil War.
Pero, málame, antes de, sorry, ¿de qué? Pero te voy a dejar hablar. Pero lo que están promocionando en estos momentos es Fantastic Four, no X-Men. O sea, Deadpool está al lado, Deadpool está por ahí por el lado, Deadpool está por ahí, pero lo más que están promocionando es en Phase 4 y lo que viene en el futuro es Fantastic Four, no X-Men.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
that
I think
sounds like Phase 6, like down the line.
Yeah.
I think anything they show in this movie doesn't necessarily represent a direction in which they're going with any other property. That's my point with the whole multiverse thing.
Mm-hmm.
If we see Xavier, Magneto, whatever the hell, that's not necessarily what we're gonna get in the future or any stories related to them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not. I don't think that's where they're going with this. I just think this is another excuse to dip into other past properties and be like, hey, this is congruent or this existed within our universe. It's like an excuse to say this shit all actually happened. Now that we own it, all these events are, I mean, you don't want to say canon, but they did happen within the realm of possibility within our universe or whatever.
Y más con la segunda trilogía de X-Men, que de verdad se va en un time jump, o sea, se va en un time loop bien cabrón, y entonces lo justificaría un poquito más. Because when you're mixing 1980s with...
Do you think they'll go that deep? I don't think they'll go that deep. Like, I understand where you're coming from, because it doesn't make sense, the fact that they did the whole time travel thing and but I don't know if they'll acknowledge those movies as deep as we would like them to be acknowledged.
No.
I think all we're gonna get is appearances or reinterpretations of those same characters with the same actor, with the excuse of, oh, it's a variant.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get variants. I think that's how they're gonna go.
Poniendo a Kitty Pryde, you know, that person, that character was played by Ellen Page, now Elliot Page, respectfully so. So, who knows? But anyway,
I would watch that. I think that would be dope to have like a variant played by Elliot Page, still playing, I guess, a male version of Kitty Pryde.
That would be fucking amazing. But anyway, dale.
Que no, los otros días, después que hablamos de todo esto de Spider-Man, me quedé pensando toda la noche y dije como que, y ahora Alex dijo algo que me dejó pensando, like, is there gonna be a phase, una fase 6? Y como que cuando si existe la probabilidad, ¿cuándo va a parar Marvel? Como que legítimamente, like, ellos tendrán un endgame pensado.
No. They see end of chapters, to me, end of chapters, yeah. But this shit is a fucking marketing machine. This is like
por eso
your grandkids will have a version of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Grandkids probablemente tengan, pero lo que yo quiero decir es como, mano, a veces estirar el chicle llega hasta un punto.
I got an exclusive. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Of course.
Spider-Man's runtime is 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Fuck, I told you.
Yo te lo dije. Qué bueno que dice eso, porque yo había visto, no estoy tirando shade ni dirt a ningún otro podcast, pero yo escuché un podcast que dijo que esta película tenía que ser de 4 horas.
I mean, the longer I would
por eso.
I wouldn't say this movie has to be, I wouldn't say this movie has to be 4 hours, but I wasn't gonna be satisfied with just like straight up an hour, 2 hours, and that's it.
¿Y qué fue lo que yo les dije?
Yeah.
Mínimo 2 horas y media.
Sí.
Anyways, as you were saying, Deke, about
este es mi punto final en todo el sentido de la palabra, because I have to go. Después de que diga esto, I'm sorry guys, hasta aquí llegó yo lo que pienso es a veces, está chévere de que tengamos Marvel hasta el infinito, por decirlo así, pero la historia en un punto, yo entiendo que ellos deberían planchar, porque ya vamos por el multiverso, y yo digo como que o sea, cuando llegue Galactus, porque yo dije esto vacilando, yo dije, cuando llegue Galactus, ¿qué hay después de Galactus? Porque estamos diciendo no tiene fin, pero ¿qué hay después de Galactus? Se supone que...
You can make that same argument for the comic books.
Ya, pero ellos vuelven a resetear y vuelven otra vez y vuelven a terminar en eso. Es como que there's no...
They can't do that.
Okay, pero it's gonna be like Yo lo que quiero es como que vamos a tener 50 años de Marvel. Like, we're not gonna see the end, por lo que pienso.
I share the sentiment. No, I wouldn't take it that far. I share the sentiment with Deke of that when you mention Galactus to me, or when the Galactus comes into the conversation.
Un minutito,
to
perdón.
me, oh, you're gonna do that? You're gonna disrespect my segment by just leaving, bro?
Now you should, now you
I said, you know what?
Now you know what?
I don't agree with Deke.
Fuck Deke's opinion. Fuck out of here, bro.
I can't hear you. You're muted. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, guys. Que dijeron algo de fuck you, Deck, eso fue lo único que escuché.
Of course,
No,
that's
pero-
the only thing he hears. Yeah.
Como que, oh, ya, fuck you, y me voy bien molesto, no digo el punto que iba a decir. No, pero, ok, pues terminando eso, like, mano, está chévere y todo, pero le puede pasar, o sea, y no estoy diciendo que no descalificarlo del realm de posibilidades, que eventualmente llega un punto donde ellos mismos tengan que decir, tenemos que parar, como que eventualmente, porque tú ves
I think
que...
a reboot. I think it's just a reboot. That's what they'll end up doing. Next reboot.
How many times have these? How many Superman movies have we had? How many Batman movies do we have?
Pero es que Marvel, yo lo veo
Yeah,
como
but
una experiencia
that's-
completamente
That's
diferente.
the thing, though. That's the thing. How many Batman movies and how many Superman do we do? Movies that are related to each other.
Exacto.
And-
Todo esto está
and
conectado.
eventually-
Tenemos cuánto ya,
Exactly.
33 películas de Marvel.
And people have constantly pissed on them when an interpretation comes out that has no backstory, that's not connected to anything else, that isn't great on the level of another product. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be total a Marvel show, but
Sí.
you know what I'm saying? That is the bar is kind of high. But
Lo
my
último
thing
que
with
voy a
that,
decir, lo último que voy a decir, me voy a ir ahora. Como yo veo un review que alguien diga que Shang-Chi es Asian Black Panther, like I'm gonna go directly to that person, like
Why?
legitly. Like, yo estoy leyendo ya algunos reviews y unas cosas, como que pick better
they've been
words,
saying
people.
that. They've been
Pick
saying
better
that
words.
since.
Nigga, I said that-
Aprendan al otro tipo de review. Eso es lo que le voy a decir.
I said that the first time I saw that trailer. I was like, oh, Chinese
gonna be
Black
the-
Panther!
Bueno, pues
Hong
Corillo,
Kong forever.
hasta aquí llegué hoy. Se cuidan. Sigan
You're
viendo el
gonna
episodio.
regret leaving this episode so bad.
I'm actually not gonna regret it that much. I'm gonna
You're
like
gonna regret it.
take a
You're gonna-
answer.
No, you're gonna regret it because I think the trailers today were picked in your honor.
In my honor.
Yeah.
Pues me escriben cuando vayan a esto y yo los veo online y dejo un comentario. That's the most that I can do. Dale, Corillo.
They can say, I'm gonna go get laid. Fuck out of here.
Bye, people.
Like, I'm out. Fuck this show.
What I was trying to say before Dega came back was I always have that second thought as well. When people bring Galactus into the conversation, I'm like, how the hell does their movie universe, where do they go after introducing something so massive in scale of that villain? And then part of me is like, either it's a reboot after that. You know what I'm saying? It's a reboot with remnants of what came before. Or I don't know, like you would have to like really do some really creative stuff in terms of a villain. But again, like you said, in the comics, it's been done. Galactus is come and gone. And you know what I'm saying? But it'll be interesting to see, like you said, like that's a massive villain where they go after that. It'll be interesting.
Yo,
It's just endgame talk. Like for me,
Yeah.
it's that conversation has a lot of merit and it's important when we talk about Avenger films. But all these characters, like Shang-Chi is on his fucking lane, Ant-Man in his lane, they're gonna unite once in a while, but we're not even gonna get an Avenger film in phase 4. We're probably not gonna get an Avenger film until phase 5. So these niggas got way more time before it's even a necessity to bring Galactus into the fucking universe.
encima de eso, ellos lo que pueden hacer es lo que han hecho con otras propiedades. Básicamente, vamos a cogerlo, ok, aquí se terminaron las fases, vamos a esperar 5 años. 5 años en cuestión de que la gente se va a sentir con nostalgia, la gente le va a hacer falta, la gente they're gonna crave it. So that's what they do.
The whole thing,
Let's bring them back.
and then everybody with the variant shit has been saying it. It's another good excuse. That's another back a safety net to just recast everybody in some near future or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We could see another interpretation of Tony Stark that's not Robert Downey Jr. again, like another reboot of Iron Man.
Nigga, that's what
You know
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying?
The first and only reboot, básicamente en estos
And
momentos.
it's gonna be when that happens, it's not gonna matter how you say it to a lot of the people that are gonna watch it at the age that we watched it. A lot of people in their 20s They're
Yeah.
not gonna give a fuck. Like by the time my daughters get to their 20s, that's at least another 15 years. They're not even. Robert Downey Jr. will be old as fuck. They're not even gonna remember that character unless I
You
go
could
and
take
show them.
you could take your grandkids to that movie and literally tell them, sit them down and be like, that was a great interpretation of Iron Man. But let me tell you about a guy named Robert Downey Jr. when he did it. Like,
Oh yeah, and then they're gonna come up with their own podcast and
and then
talk
they're
about
like,
this shit.
Dad, Grandpa's such a fucking old head. Who cares about RDJ? Apparently, some guy that went through a fucking drug rehabilitation program and became a mega star or whatever.
Nigga,
This time.
Yeah.
like nigga, imagine nigga talking to them about like Wolverine. All these characters that play like these characters that have been played by so many actors. Hugh Jackman played that nigga for like 20 fucking years, yo.
They're gonna be like, "What? No, Grandpa, you're fucking with me, no."
Nigga, X-Men
Nah.
came out what? 2000?
2001.
I know I was still living in New York when that shit came out. I know that. And I
like
moved in 2001. I moved at the end of 2001.
Okay. They got it.
2000, July 14th,
Yeah.
to be exact.
July 14th.
It was a Wednesday. I'm kidding.
It was a Wednesday.
It was a-
Picture it. Picture it. New York, 2000. The year 2000.
Nigga, I'm telling you, this nigga fucking been playing that shit so many fucking years. I feel horrible for the nigga that has to replace Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
That's a large. It's again. I mean,
Those are big fucking boots now. Now, because it's still fresh in our mind. Who's Wolverine? Fucking Hugh Jackman.
he was a good personification. But even when Hugh Jackman was cast, people were flipping their lids. Like they
Because he was a nobody.
no, and also I remember a lot of my little friends in school being like, but he's not even that short, or he's not even that stocky. Like the diehard comic fans were like a little peeved about that interpretation of X-Men or whatever. Now, besides the suits being all black and blah blah blah.
That's why the second movie is the best.
They're
That's
like
why the second movie is
he
the
kind of
best.
doesn't even look like Logan or whatever. Like, but as the character grew on us, I mean, we all became to love that interpretation.
That's why, nigga, those boots, to fill those boots is gonna be hard as fuck to do an X-Men now. I think that's why they're letting so much time pass.
And then is Disney banking? Like, my whole thing is like, is Disney banking on having a young actor so that they can keep on using them over and over and over again, or are they looking for somebody like older already that kind of looks more like?
It all
cast?
depends. It all depends.
That's why they didn't do what Sony did, nigga.
But you can't
Fucking
cast him
fuck.
as a you can't cast a super young actor to do him. Like,
Sí, pero lo único que yo te digo que it only depends, porque no importa qué edad tenga el actor, el momento que él se canse y quiera hacer otras cosas, se va, recoge y se va.
well, not if you lock him into a contract.
You could cast
Bueno,
like
Jim
I would-
Parsons was locked into a contract and he said, I'm getting the fuck out of here because I want to do more. And
That's
they were already
ABC.
renewed.
Hey, ABC don't give a shit about nothing, yo. This is
I
Disney.
would-
This is like, yo, you either sign this contract or we take your children from you. That's the way this works.
nigga, I wouldn't mind seeing somebody like in their mid-20s, like Billy from Stranger Things. I think he'd probably do it good.
Billy from Stranger Things. You talking about the blonde kid?
Yeah, I forgot his name. Jesus Christ.
Tu trabaja, let me get this straight. You work in dark alleys, bro? Are you
Nigga.
tricking out here, Joanowski?
Look at the money in the wings,
Oh, let me-
nigga. Look
let
at the
me-
money in the wings.
Joanowski,
Yeah.
si quieres pluguear la esquina en confianza. we'll send commerce your way, bro.
Anda pa'l carajo.
Yeah.
Chichando! Sorry, just had to get that out of
You always have to say, bro. I was waiting for it.
He loves it, nigga. He loves it. Nigga, I think that dude could be a cool, like his own interpretation of Wolverine. I think Scruffy, he kind of looks like him. I think there's a couple of actors that would do it good. I don't think they'll do it necessarily as good to me as Hugh Jackman, because like it's hard to see somebody else not Hugh Jackman being Wolverine. I think these guys could do it, but I would look for like somebody that's like mid-20s to like 30. That way you could use that character for at least 20 years.
Yep.
I have no honestly, when it comes to that character, I have no fucking clue who they would cast. I am totally blank. Like, maybe I like it that way because when they do cast him and they do portray him, maybe the portrayal just totally blindside me and be like, I fucking love this shit.
Mhm.
So I have no idea who they would cast in that role, like at all.
I don't
have
think
no
I'm
clue.
gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's hard to play Wolverine because we've never no, let me explain. We've never been a big
Go on.
fan of Wolverine because of his acting chops. It's just he looks like Hugh Jackman plays it in such a badass manner that you just need somebody with a presence. Because it wasn't like Hugh Jackman was crying and doing these scenes, and I was like, I feel that. Not until Logan. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't Hugh Jackman's acting ability that made him Wolverine.
Mhm.
So you don't necessarily have, it's like you don't necessarily to be a certain way to play 007 or Batman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the acting. For me, it's the presence. The presence that like when he gets mad and he goes into that rage mode, we need to see like that. I think a lot of people could do it. It's gonna be hard because we still have Hugh Jackman in our memory. Like he's fucking just sitting there, and he ain't leaving anytime soon.
Es como en una de X-Men que está la escena de la barra. That whole scene, get the fuck away from me, some shit like that. Or
He said go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. That's all he needed to do. Ese fue su cambio. That's all he needed to do.
It's the look at in Logan, the fucking little girl that X-23. She did that shit good as fuck. You just need the rage and you just need the presence. You don't really need to be a phenomenal actor. You don't need to be a phenomenal actor to play any superhero because a lot of these characters, you know what I'm saying? In all Marvel movies, in the whole MCU, I think the only times I've ever cried was because of fucking Tom Holland. And it wasn't even in Spider-Man movies. It's when he fucking died in Infinity War and his reaction to Tony died. Like, those are the only fucking times that I was like, whoop.
That shit was fucking improvised. ¿Qué tú puedes esperar? That's actually like good acting.
I'm trying to think if there's another moment. I feel like I'm negating one that like totally hit me in the feels.
For me,
maybe
I shed a tear for Infinity War, and then like when Tony died, and then like everything after that, like it was just continuous crying after that. When the daughter goes, oh, he was like, I'm gonna get you a cheeseburger. Happy says, I'm gonna get you a cheeseburger. Any cheeseburger you want? No.
He said, I knew somebody who liked cheeseburgers. I'm gonna get you all the cheeseburgers you want.
Like that moment only hits because we've watched everything. That's the only reason that moment hits. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's like you don't need to be a phenomenal actor. Chris Hemsworth is not a phenomenal fucking actor. You don't need acting abilities to be in the MCU. For me, it comes down to that presence. You know?
Just taking a piss on everybody that makes those films. I guess we won't be interviewing them anytime in the future.
Oh no.
Hey, Chris Hemsworth, your acting's garbage. I just want you to know. You don't have. You're not a good actor. You're just a fucking pretty face. They need to fill the suit.
And he has the body.
I don't think he's a bad actor at all.
No.
Hey, Hiddleston, I want my ass for what you did in Loki. No emotional connection whatsoever. You're just a pretty face. Get out of here.
You got me there with Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Tom Hiddleston was good.
I'm pretty sure there was moments in Loki where I was like, oh shit.
Loki was good. Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger was fucking good.
What's the name? Falcon? What's Captain America?
What's the soldier?
Yeah, Mackie. Hey, Mackie.
Anthony.
That whole situation where you were having a struggle with, do you want to be the black man that represents an American icon? Yeah, I wipe my ass with that too. You don't have to be a good actor to be in a Marvel.
I think it was okay. I wasn't like it was good, but I wouldn't like. For me, I don't think there's anybody in the MCU that I would think like, yo, these are the top 5 best fucking actors I've ever seen. Anthony Hopkins is a really great actor, and that's probably it. He's an OG.
But you have an emotional.
Because he's sexy as fuck. He's sexy as fuck. There you go. Anthony Hopkins, nigga. Do that, nigga. Lava beans, nigga. But like
that's a joke between us two because one time I visited Nick in his house and he was not paying attention while I was talking to him.
Nigga.
And he was the first thing that came out his mouth was he looked at me and said, Anthony Hopkins is a sexy motherfucker, and I was like,
"This is like Miguel's always fucking."
I was like, first of all, I was like, sexual preference aside, which I really don't care. You're my boy till the day we die, but I was like, that's a rather odd choice to cast in the sexy motherfucker.
I don't
sexy
know
motherfucker. Like,
I don't know why.
Maybe you're just into older men. I don't know. But
yeah,
I don't know.
It is weird.
No, I don't know why Miguel is fucking being an engineer. This nigga needs to go with Derek and just fucking write screenplays and shit. So, nigga, we was literally in a fucking pizzeria that we used to go to.
No, we were not. We were eating eating Chinese food in your house
That's a
when that
fucking lie.
happened.
That's a lie. I
Selective
remember.
memory. Selective memory with
No,
you.
Rich, we was in that pizzeria because I remember why it happened. I was reading the newspaper and there
Bro,
was
we
these
were
bitches in the
eating
newspaper.
Chinese food in your house.
Check out-
I was
check out-
literally sitting at the counter when you used to live in the house in Manatee, the counter near the kitchen.
You got the story.
I
You
was
got the story confused,
nah,
nigga. You got the story confused.
nah.
I was reading the newspaper
Hey,
and the fucking
hey,
newspaper.
hey,
they had
hey,
Anthony Hopkins on
There's
one
40
side
there-
and they
hey,
had some models
there's,
on another
there's
side.
50 there's 50 variants of this story, and each variant there's one fucking common denominator. You called Anthony Hopkins a sexy motherfucker.
Yeah, I did. I'm not saying I did it. I'm not saying I did it. I said Anthony Hopkins is sexy.
All right,
I was
okay.
in my mind. I was thinking about some other bitch. and I
Yeah, I'm
was
sure
reading
there's
that.
reasons behind that. Go ahead, next topic.
Shut the
Sure.
fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the
There's
fuck
a
up.
perfect explanation for calling
Shut the
Anthony
fuck
Hopkins
up.
a sexy
Go
motherfucker.
eat
All right.
Anthony Hopkins' ass. Fuck you. Get out of here.
I cannot argue because in my day I did paint a with my wife. I did painted a portrait of Anthony Hopkins. So yeah.
Wake up, fam. We got
Mira,
back-
como
we got
dice,
back
como
to
dice,
comiendo
espérate.
culo in the fucking
Verá,
thing.
verá, Joanoki. Nicolás piensa que Anthony Hopkins is a sexy motherfucker. Como tú dirías, choices. We all have choices, right?
All right, so we're gonna get into something that's all about weird choices, and it was this fucking show.
Oh my god.
That was a good picture to choose because that literally encapsulates this whole fucking thing.
Yeah, this one's gonna be quick. This one's gonna be really quick.
Hashtag choices. Yo, this fucking show, brand new cherry flavor. I don't know what the fuck was going on. This I said it before. I have this thing where I just it's not in me to start a show and not finish it. As mierda as it could be, I need to know how the fuck is gonna end, and I don't want to read it. So I'm watching this show, and I'm like, okay, it feels like it was building up to something, and it was the throwing up of the fucking cats was weird as a motherfucker. The finger fucking the sobaco was weird as a motherfucker.
It was like her lower.
Whatever. It wasn't vagina. That's what it was. It wasn't vagina, and it was weird. This nigga went in there and lost his arm. He was up to codo in that shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, this shit is weird as fuck, yo. And all that shit. Well,
for disclaimer's sake, I'm gonna be honest with everybody. I haven't seen the entire series. I've only gone up to maybe the 4th or 5th episode or whatever.
Same.
So and not because I didn't want to watch this, because I literally I've been flying this whole week. I'm super tired, I'm burnt out. But at this point where I'm at the series, I just want explanations for stuff. Like I'm hoping there's explanations in the series, and from what you're telling me, from what we spoke about, there's no explanations for anything in the story, plot hole wise.
All right, let's do this. Ask me a question and I'll tell you.
Okay, so when we start the series, we don't have any explanation as to where this character's from. Later on, we learn, I guess she's from Brazil.
Yeah.
Which, okay, she drove cross country. All right. But where are her, I assume that she had some sort of power. Did she gained her power from the witch?
No.
She already had some sort of power.
She got high and her power awoken.
Okay. So, but that's established then in the series, right? You might want to hit that spoiler alert.
All right, I'm talking about. We're gonna be talking about cherry shit, the night house, and we're gonna be talking about fucking Candyman. So if you're watching this,
we're gonna be talking about cherry shit.
We're talking about all three of them shits are gonna get spoiled. I'm starting to fucking regret that I did that shit.
Truly.
That shit was loud as fuck. All right,
yeah, we'll get there, Joanoki. Stay tuned. We're gonna get there. Trust me. When it comes to her powers or whatever, so she already had powers then, right? That's what I'm trying to get at.
She doesn't. How do I say it? It's not like she has powers or she could control her powers. She burnt that guy by accident.
Okay, yeah, she said it. She didn't mean to do it, but there's powers there. But there's powers there. That's what I'm getting at. There's powers there somewhere involved because I'm like,
it's hard to say because that's the only thing that she ever does.
Oh, really? Okay. So then the other thing was, I feel like some fourth wall breaking was done in that show, or whatever. Like there's scenes, especially that sex scene where the guy has half of his fucking arm in her new vagina
She
or
looks at
whatever,
the camera.
and like, yeah, she looks at the camera, she makes eye contact with the camera. I'm like,
She was
Is
like,
that
she's looking
she's
at
like,
the
I'm
audience.
peering into your soul, motherfucker.
She was like, are you hard right now? You like this? Oh, you a weird nigga. That's what like, yeah, you weird nigga. I see you
No,
liking it.
this is what going. Esto es lo que te va a pasar a ti si te metes conmigo.
Yo, it was weird as fuck. And like, she got high. What the fuck was it? Peyote? I think that's what she said.
Oh yeah.
Had some peyote, and all of a sudden, like I guess a flash happened. She never used any of her powers then. I guess
okay.
the girl that's in the short film saw her transform into something.
Oh,
And so when she's acting, it's because she's actually in the corto that they did. She's actually freaking the fuck out because she's high. She's on peyote. She's high as fuck, and she's seeing shit. So they say that, but that's where the conversation ends with her using powers. Where she could have possibly gotten her powers from is from her mother. They said that they never showed her mother and shit.
They show you her mother?
At the end, it's you can assume that it's her mother.
Okay.
You don't know 100% if that's her mother because her mother becomes a force like Force A, and the witch is Force B, and they're talking shit about each other. So you don't know who the fuck is telling the truth or not.
Okay. Right off the back, right off the rip. Now that we got that out the way, do the cats serve a purpose in the show?
No.
So you're never explaining to me why she's throwing up cats or second vagina eating cats.
Okay. From what I understand, the cats I think became chancletas.
What?
Fluffy chancletas.
I'll be right back. Oh my god, no, what am I No, for a second.
Is that can somebody fix it? Okay. So are you trying to say that she's nefarious to the point where she's turning innocent kittens just into fucking sandals for the hell of it? Like, is that a story?
I think she takes some of the blood because they just show animals in jars and shit, but you don't get an explanation of I have these cats because of this. I'm collecting these cats. I thought each cat that came out was
like a part of her soul,
that's what I thought.
She's birthing like a new like demon or some shit like that. Or
I thought that she was taking parts of her to like empty her out or some shit and take her over her or some shit like that. But no, that's
I'm gonna be honest with you. The one thing that intrigued me about this show, like I was watching it, the acting isn't half bad. Like I actually dug the acting in the show, and that douchebag ass director or whatever. The scene where they kind of cut where like she that's the scene that sticks out the most to me. Where I was like, oh shit, I kind of felt the scene
where he chokes her out,
where she threatens him and he basically throws her up against the car.
Yeah, it chokes her out.
I was like, yo, to me that scene worked. Like I was like on the edge of my fucking seat. Like, yo, is he gonna snuff this chick? Like, is he gonna like what? And then it's the whole thing of like he's a representation. He's a representation, I guess, of like dirty ass directors in Hollywood and how they take advantage. He's literally that fucking portrayal of what's going on now. I was like, okay, it makes sense.
They have a conversation about that at the end. Okay,
and then the whole thing with like she has a very expressive face. That chick, she's from Alita Battle Angel, or whatever, which is funny to me because I'm like, oh, you literally just took that actress's face and the rest of her CGI because her fucking eyes might be the same size than Alita that is in real life, and that's coming from a big-eyed motherfucker like me. Like, you know what I mean? Like my eyes are the most expressive thing on my face, but I really dug her portrayal of that character. I really dug everybody else's acting. It kind of, have you ever heard of an artist named Junji Ito?
Yes.
No.
You've heard of him, right, Sully?
Yes.
A lot of the fucking imagery in this thing is like ripped straight out of that guy's artistry. If you want to Google it and put it up or whatever, like a lot of his horror elements like are used a lot. They showed a segment with this girl and she literally had like a fucking gaping hole in her face with like layers into it. That's his art. Like straight up, I don't want to say they robbed it, but I want to say that's a great ass physical portrayal of literally an art piece he has.
That's
the spider,
That's the mother.
Okay. Well, like I said, the horror elements are like very, very similar to that artist's work or whatever. Like I dug it.
Yeah.
It made me feel very uneasy. I didn't know what the fuck is going on, so I'm very intrigued at this point. And like again, the ratings are really positive online, so I'm like, at one point or another, you're selling it to me like this shit is just gonna nosedive. It's not gonna make any sense.
For me, I don't like the movie Elf, and Elf is like a cult classic. People love fucking Elf. It just didn't sit with me. Like this show for me, I'm watching the whole show, and I could get how okay, we're doing a project, and you're a grown ass adult. We're not gonna spoon feed everything to you. You're just gonna have to get. I get that. But I'm watching the whole shit, and it feels a lot like WandaVision. Like I'm waiting for these answers. I want to know.
Oh my god, we got Ralph Boner at the end of this thing.
Nigga, like I'm waiting for it, and then it doesn't happen, and so I'm like, if I don't know. To me, I could get the direction they went. I can even get why they did it. It was left ambiguous.
Wow.
But it wasn't the answers that I want. Like, okay, the witch is like 900 years old. She jumps from body to body to body to body. That's what she does.
They kind of established that the episode I was watching. Her name is like Boro, right?
Her name is Boro. She's in this lady's name. The lady's name is Jessica. She has a family. She has a husband.
Jennifer.
She has 2 kids and shit. The husband sees her and shit. We're like, bitch, where the fuck you been at all this time? At the you find out that's what she does. She went into Jennifer's body 10 years ago or whatever, and she's been just controlling her body all this time. Her plan is to go into fucking Cherry's body. I forgot her name, Lisa.
Okay.
That's her plan, to go into her body. She doesn't do it. They don't have a big showdown or anything like that. She's like, I want to go into your body. Lisa says, nah, fuck that, I'm out.
Okay, this is the most boring reading from a script.
It's like
going to her body.
When you see it,
she says, "Okay."
All right. It was
okay. The point of it, why? ¿Por qué era que she needed to go into her body?
She wanted to go into her body because she was given a seance reading or some shit to this lady while Lisa was filming the corto, and when like her powers awoke, she felt that shit.
Oh,
She felt like a connection or some shit. So she went like hunting her down and like hide. Like, you know, when they first met, it's just like mad random. She's just at a place.
Yeah.
She's at a place like she plotted all that shit out.
Okay.
But when it happens, it wasn't like she had plotted everything from the beginning. Like she's the mastermind. She was just like, oh, I feel this bitch is gonna be at the gallery. Let me go over there. And it just starts from there. She didn't make this guy evil. Didn't make him do anything.
De casualidad, alguno de estos screenwriters or whatever the fuck ha trabajado para Warner Brothers.
No, yo. Like, you go in there and like how you say it? The guy that she burned is still alive. He makes appearances all wrapped up in bandages and shit. The fucking producer has a son. The son becomes like a ghoul or some shit. So he gets really mad and he hires people to kill her. Oh, motherfucker.
What happened?
I broke my fucking cup. Sorry. I was trying to open this shit. I broke the fucking cup.
Yo dije, espérate, pasó algo interesante después de
This podcast should be called ADD because I swear some of my castmates have like the worst concentration levels. What the?
Nigga, I was trying to get a sip of juice and the fucking thing broke. I was like, oh, I can't get no juice.
Hey, I can multitask.
Exactly. There you go. You're not the one I'm talking about. Trust me.
I know, but I can multitask.
So yeah, I have to go soon. This lady, right? In her apartment, a portal opens into a fucking world. They never explain nothing. Everything is just black. Lisa goes down into the portal. She sees like this ghost that has like blue eyes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That ghost is her mother. She goes in. She doesn't know it. She's getting scared every time she sees it, and the ghost is trying to protect her. They don't necessarily explain how all this shit happened, but Boro 900 years ago was living in Brazil. Her family and her whole town was gonna get killed by like the Spaniards or some shit. So she goes into the forest. She meets a white jaguar. This white jaguar is a fucking witch. and the white jaguar was like, "Yo, pa, lick the back of a fucking frog. You're gonna know where your enemies is at. You can fucking kill them." But
So it's all fucking basically sex magic. Like everything I got from the series is fucking. It truly is like it's
and then,
drug sex magic. Like you have to have
Okay.
drug. You have to take some form of a drug to open your mind to like another
Nigga.
plane.
What happens is the fucking Boro, the original guy, kills all the people, and the jaguar's like, "Okay, it's time to pay. You gotta give me your wife, so I can fucking eat her or some shit."
Oh.
And he goes, "No, fuck that." And he brings the jaguar a stranger, and the jaguar fucking knows what happens, so the jaguar eats like the arms and the legs of this shit. And the fucking guy, like in his last breath, he transfers his soul or some shit into a little girl, and the jaguar gets caught by the Spaniards and gets turned into a sofa. So when Lisa goes, she sees
Turn into what?
a sofa. She goes and she
A what?
sees a sofa, un asiento, a love seat.
Okay.
And when she sees the ghost, she sees the love seat.
Okay.
So Boro sees the love seat and she goes, "Ha ha, I thought they turned you into a fucking sofa." She was like, "Leave Lisa alone, she's mine."
Okay.
Final epic show. Oh, the you know how they never show you the ending of the corto?
Yeah.
They keep alluding, "Oh, how did she do this? How did she do this?" The actress put her finger inside of her eye, took her eyeball out, and started eating it.
I think I saw that in the episode then. How far they
And
insinuate that?
They insinuate, but they showed it.
Oh,
They
okay.
showed. She sits down because the girl never saw it. She doesn't understand what the fuck happened. She said, "I filmed that scene," and then
She got
all
an
of a
eye
sudden,
patch. She got an eye. I filmed the scene. And the next day, I woke up with an eye patch. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
because she filmed the scene and then they found her 2 days later in a fucking like in the street, and Lisa already had bounced. She was like, "Oh, that was a good scene. Time to get the fuck out. Thank you." Lisa bounced on that bitch. She
Could've
woke
got us
up.
some catering.
Nigga, she woke up with her fucking eyeball missing, not knowing what the fuck is going on. I don't want to be fucking famous, Jocelyn. Mind your business. She fucking she woke up and then she goes with the fucking producer. The producer finds her and then they start tag teaming, trying to kill this bitch.
All right. Okay. All right.
Goro goes into her body at the end.
At the end of the day, I'm still. And so the chick with the eye patch.
Yep.
All right. I'm still gonna give it a shot or whatever. I mean, I'm still gonna try to finish it.
Let me
See what happens.
know.
So they already interviewed the director, by the way, and the director said that it's supposed to be a self-contained story, but it's being received so well they might get they might do another season.
Okay, nigga,
So-
this is gonna be the Fanta series, nigga. We have all the sodas: piña, cherry, uva, all of them shits.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So the other movie we want to talk about,
All right, you go ahead with this one, Night House.
The Night House. So I saw this movie at the theater. I'm still weary of the fact that maybe it benefited from watching it in a theater, but the way this movie plans out, like I really like the tension building in this thing. It's one of those movies where the subject matter is a little fucking dark or whatever, or this character is going through this emotional period in her life.
Yes.
She basically loses her husband. I don't want to. Well, she basically loses her husband because apparently her husband popped himself in the
Sí,
head.
ese fue el trailer que vimos hace tiempo ya
Yes,
que
exactly.
ya.
But did they
que-
say in
de
the
que-
trailer que se mató? Que el esposo se mató?
Sí, exacto, que
Okay.
ella está en esta casa que se suponía que fuese como el perfect house for them and whatnot.
Yes, exactly.
And
The
he-
husband
he-
built it. The husband
Yeah,
built it.
exacto. Entonces he killed himself y entonces ella está viendo cosas entre
Yes.
mundos paralelos y pendejas. Yeah, I
Exacto.
remember. Sí, porque I remember Deca bitching about how he wrote the story just like that.
Okay.
Remember?
I don't remember. I don't remember Dick bitching or whatever, but it sounds like him.
No, it's not that he was bitching, sino como que él
Yeah,
dijo,
he wrote a story possibly similar to that one or whatever.
Sí, exacto. Entonces he was so frustrated because of that, and he expressed it on the episode. So I do remember. But yeah, continue.
The story, it's a very slow build up. Like it builds a lot of fucking tension throughout the whole movie. Yes, he killed himself in the movie. I think we're at spoiler point in this movie, right? You
Oh,
warned
yeah,
that we were
don't
gonna
get-
spoil it.
No,
You don't-
spoil it.
You want to spoil it? Okay, we're gonna dive into it.
I always spoil it.
So the female, the protagonist is a teacher at a grammar school,
Yeah.
or whatever, and she's dealing with the depression or whatever. Ella está empezando a ver cosas en la casa, and they're very subtle with the. It's. I wouldn't say you don't see ghosts in the fucking house. It's just like weird things, like the radio will come out, like the radio will turn on at the pitch of nighttime or whatever. She thinks she hears stuff when she's walking out the house. She'll hear like a gunshot, like boom.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it's very subtle the tension they build in the movie. As the movie goes on, the way she starts acting, you start doubting whether if there's an actual ghost and whether if there's an actual presence or malignant to the presence, or if she's just fucking losing her rocker, because the way they write her characters, like she starts like a parent will come and complain to her at the school, like, why did my son get a D?
Yeah.
And she's like, what do you mean? Why did your son get a D? She's like, oh, well, he missed out of school when you gave an assignment. He's like, yeah, he did. He missed out on such a. She's like, yeah, but you also missed out of school when recently you took a personal day. And the girl's like, you know what? You don't want to know why I took a personal day? Because my fucking husband blew his fucking brains out. He's like, that's why he took a fucking person. That's why I took a personal day. Is there anything else?
Real quick. Did you do this?
No, I wrote something up. You're mad late.
Surprisingly balanced sometimes.
While you guys were talking about the emotional stuff, I was like llorón número uno and llorón número dos.
Yeah,
and then Decca changed it back to like something else, and then I put like wah.
Right, go ahead.
Anyway,
I'm not going to school.
So you see, like the character has like these interactions with other people that would lead you to believe, dude, she's having a fucking emotional breakdown. Yeah. So you yourself, as a person watching the movie, like, oh, well, then maybe she's not really seeing shit in the house. Maybe she's just fucking totándose or whatever.
Yeah,
so as
grieving.
As the movie goes on, though, they establish pretty much that some dark shit is going on in the fucking house. She speaks about near-death experience, which I like this because it's left open to interpretation. She talks about being in an accident and basically she was dead for 5 minutes. Like 5 whole minutes, she was dead. And then, and then they lightly glance over that, right? Like you're not supposed to notice anything. And then later on during the series, you figure out that her husband was supposedly cheating on her.
Oh,
so you
find that nigga.
No, listen to this. It gets good. I'm honestly like, I think the movie benefited a lot from a theater watch. Like I think if I would have saw this in my house, like with no surround sound, no nothing, I wouldn't have given a fuck about these details.
Yeah.
So then it becomes of holy shit. Now she's like really losing her mind because she's like, I'm grieving over this fucking person, and now I'm finding out that he was cheating on me. She finds like pictures of women that look extremely like her, that look like really similar to her, but the face is different. So they make the guy look like he had a thing for women that were her, but not quite her.
So he was trying to replace her? Sure?
So no, that's the thing. So let me keep on going. Remember, this is a little long. So then she's on a hunt to figure out why was he such a fucking douchebag, and then she finds out from people like people knew that he was cheating on her.
Okay.
Like her neighbor, this black guy or whatever. He's like, yeah, I saw him one day walking into another fucking house. He's like, wait a second, what do you mean another house? He's like, yeah, didn't you know he built another house identical to the house that you guys had?
Yeah.
He was working on it, and she's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
See,
so she starts searching. She starts searching for the fucking house, and she finds it. It's unfinished, but she sees it, and it's literally like another version of her house, but it's just very rough. And then she sees notebooks that imply like he planned it, like he literally designed a carbon copy of the house, but there had to be a difference in it. So you're like, what? At this point in the movie, you're like, what? This is why I loved it. I was like, what the fuck is going on in this goddamn movie? Is she losing her shit? Is this just gonna be another typical story of a fucking, oh, he was such a good guy, but in reality he was fucking killing bitches, and now I'm fighting against his dead spirit because he wanted to kill me too.
Yeah.
As the movie goes on, you find out that there actually is a malignant presence in the house. Dude, the shit they do with the way they present this spirit in the house fucking with her, I don't want to overblow it. Like, I don't want to sit here and literally
be like, this is the thing that when she's looking at a column
Yes,
And all of a
yes,
sudden it's like
Mhm.
yes.
nose.
There's other
Okay.
stuff in the house though that does that, and I thought that was so fucking dope.
Yeah.
Like the house is literally like, I want to say, like, it sounds corny, but like the house is kind of like the
That
possession.
was, for me, that was the selling point when I saw that in the trailer.
Well,
like,
Yeah.
they
the
go,
column, and all of a sudden I was like,
Yes.
ooh.
yeah, they go into it. And it builds a lot of moments of, oh, what the fuck? Like it literally got to the point where I was watching the movie and I was literally like there was a green exit sign, like literally where I was sitting. And I was like, that shit ain't gonna morph into something, is it? Like I was really paranoid the fuck out.
Wait. So
It
we're talking about
fucks with your perspective.
we're
of-
talking
of-
about mimics. We're talking about
something
mimics
like that,
here.
yes, something like that. So the house kind of becomes the villain in the movie or whatever. But to make a long story short, you find
Both
out
houses? It's the same thing in both houses?
there's a point. Let me get there. So to make a long story short, the house is there's a demon in the house or whatever.
It's
The
a fucking
demon-
mimic.
There's a the demon. No, there's a reason why the demon is in the house or whatever, and the demon basically all right, let me go back. Fuck the demon. The guy was killing women. All those women that she thought he was killing her. But it was because a long time ago, the demon got into her husband's head and was like, yo, I'm gonna take your fucking wife. There's nothing you could do about it. When she died or whatever.
Yeah.
When she died, when she came near the point, were you here when I mentioned she had an accident, Nick?
Yeah, that 5 minutes.
Yeah, she died from when she died or whatever. I was supposed to take her. She was supposed to come with me, or whatever. And the husband, the demon brainwashes the husband, and the husband killed all these women, basically to keep the demon away from her. That's why all the women look like
her.
he was kind of like tricking the demon or whatever.
Does she find out about that reasoning?
She finds out, bro. She literally goes to that fake house and she's like, "What the fuck is?" Like she starts searching and she starts thinking it's the husband. So she's like, "I'm here." Like, you're trying to talk to me, so I'm here. And she accidentally steps on the floor, and underneath the floor, like, bodies of, like, a boatload of women. Oh, bro. Like, I'm talking about, like,
yo, mad unrelated. Sally's wife just scared the shit out of me, son. Man, scared the shit out of me, nigga. I'm so focused in here. And it's like that little corner, and I see like, fuck, oh, yeah, that's scared the shit out of me.
So she finds out basically that shit, he killed the house or whatever. So she has like the demon, like, all right, all the bets are off. Now the demon's trying to take her in their house, the real house or whatever. And she goes into like this other parallel universe. The demon's like basically explaining to her, like showing like every single way throughout the house. He's showing her like how he snuffed out the chicks and why he snuffed out the chicks. And there was a moment in their life when they were like in Christmas and he had his hand over her neck and he was gonna snuff her out. And the demon was like, "Yeah, give her to me." And the husband was like, "I'm not gonna give you." Like the demon almost made the husband kill her at one point in their relationship,
So
which is funny because it's mad funny, like just the way they write shit. Like he strangles her and she never notices it, and I found that kind of peculiar. But earlier in the movie,
what was they doing?
No, listen. Earlier in the movie, they go like, I don't think one of her friends like, with all the crazy shit you told me you guys were into, I don't think he would have cheated on you. And then I was like, oh, okay, that's where you're gonna make like he kind of put his hand around her neck and almost strangled her, and like she didn't notice. I'm like, oh, I guess he was just thinking like, oh, maybe he's gonna put his phallus in my mouth next. Like, anyway,
yeah, some BDSM shit. I don't know.
So the point is, the movie does like this really interesting thing with the visuals. Again, the whole movie kept me engaged. Like I didn't know what the fuck was going on until the end. The ending is the part where it's kind of like. It's kind of like a hit or miss for some people. I didn't have a problem with it. But I could understand how people who like after you took them on that crazy ride with showing them, like the visual representation of this demon and the kid, all the emotions that were involved, the ending, it could fall flat for some people. It could fall flat. But while I was watching it, I was fucking engaged. So I like really engaged. I told Nick, I was like, I think this movie, the detriment it might have is that it came out in a time where there are two other movies where I think have basically the same premise, which is Malignant, right?
Yeah.
Malignant is the one with the imaginary friend that is haunting them in the house or whatever.
But from what I've seen, I saw a different trailer that I didn't see before. when I went to see Candyman, is what happens is the fucking thing, like when she sees the entity or whatever and everything changes, it's because she goes into the body of this killer. Like entity goes and kills people, and so she's living through it behind the eyes of the fucking killer when everything.
One question.
Shit, I didn't know that.
One question. How did she get rid of the demon? Or did she?
They kind of have like this thing. The husband offed himself on a boat for some reason. He she gets into the boat and she has the gun. The demon, I guess, is like, and the way they present her little battle with the demon is like they're on another plane of existence. Mm-hmm. It's like really dark, and she's in the boat and she's having a conversation with the demon, and she literally tells the demon like, "Fuck you! I'm not gonna be another one of your statistics or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not gonna be another one of your statistics." But her friend, which is like throughout the whole movie, she's been supporting her, is like screaming at her. She's hearing the voice of her friend. Which at one point in the movie, I was like, is this movie basically, is the demon like a representation of like mental health issues, like suicide, like la ganas de uno matarse or whatever? Because the way she spoke to the demon was kind of like, you're not gonna win the battle. In my head.
Exactly.
It was, dude, I'm telling you, like the movie's decent. I think there's so much other crazy like mass market shit going on that I think like this is gonna slip under the tracks for a lot of people. This isn't gonna be the movie theater. This isn't gonna be the movie that brings people to the fucking theaters. There's way too much big budget shit going on. There's other movies that are like similar to it. I at one point totally forgot. I was like, when I saw the trailer, I was like, wait, is this the movie for that other one that we were talking about? I get the titles, fucked up all the time or whatever. But I do think it's worth a good watch. If you go watch it at the theater, it'd be better. Or if you're gonna watch it in your house, tell everybody to shut the fuck up, bring the volume up to 100, and like truly sit down and watch this one.
Or listen to it with the headphones.
Yeah, that I don't think that's a little bit too intense for me. I don't think I could do that. If I were to watch that movie with headphones, it was in the theaters, and some of the sounds they did, or whatever, it was just like I was like, holy shit. But I really enjoyed that movie. I truly, really did enjoy it. It was a surprise to me. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna definitely recommend this movie to you guys.
Como Hotel Artemis, the one that I've been
watching. Yes.
Oh my god, yo la vi en el cine porque my mom is a nurse. Pero entonces, she wanted to see the movie because she thought it was a nurse. Porque en verdad, el trailer es un poquito misleading en el sentido de que it's a little bit too lighthearted. But I totally understand. Pues mami me quería ver esta película de una fucking enfermera, taking care of people or whatnot. Lo que ella no se esperaba era that these all are all like evil motherfuckers, y like villains and gangsters. And people paying top money to, hear them or whatever.
I could see
the other side.
I could see that movie and that character living in the John Wick world.
Oh, fuck yeah. See,
like, I could totally... She's the one that patches them all up. Like, I could totally see that like, ese personaje viviendo dentro de ese mundo. I was like, that story was so well done to me. I'm sorry.
Sí, I love that movie. Y la jodienda es que es ¿sabes? Te enseña la otra cara de la moneda. Like, how all these motherfuckers stay alive cuando estas cosas pasan, o sea, y es verdad, o sea, como que si fuese la vida real, sí, hay veces que, pues, gangsters and gangs, they have all this power to, hey, cure this person, or I'm gonna fucking kill you, pero que haya un sitio especializado para este tipo de personas, es como que we never seen that in a movie, o si lo hemos visto, siempre ha sido como que, oh, I'm gonna take the hospital hostage until my friend gets cured,
Yeah.
O sea, no sé, I love that movie. Yo creo que me suena un poquito como eso. Pero yeah, my mom thought she was gonna watch a movie about a nurse.
No, when I saw the trailers, I thought it was an action-packed movie, and in reality, it has segments of action, but I wouldn't consider an action-packed movie, right?
Yeah, I agree.
It's a little bit of a slow burn or whatever. I really dug that movie though.
I loved it.
I just like the characters. Like the characters were so cool. Like, each one had their own little thing. What was it, King? What was his name?
I don't remember none of the names.
Or some shit like that.
I don't remember, bro.
Fucking Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. I love them.
Anyway, all right.
De Batista, everybody else. Anyways, I have to go. No, I have to go.
All right.
I told you guys. Becca didn't, but I did tell you guys. I have to go.
No problem.
I have to go get ready.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Liquid.
Awesome episode as always. Follow me on everywhere, but follow these guys. I mean,
Follow me everywhere.
follow me everywhere except my house.
I was right about to say that. There'll be people in the window. You said to follow you. What's going on?
Ah, shit. No, my location is top secret. Anyways, hablamos, se cuidan. Follow these guys. XVR and Richwork, best motherfucking podcast in the motherfucking universe and the multiverse, whatever the fuck. And anyways, se cuidan. Hablamos.
Take it easy, Liquid.
Igual.
And then there were two, son.
Number 2, son. OGs, nigga. Ebony and Ivory. All right, so yeah. Like we were saying before, like, yo, there's a lot of Halloween shit that's coming out that I feel I didn't get last year because of the whole pandemic and all that shit. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the movies. And Yancy, like, this is her favorite time of the year. She loves Halloween. She loves scary movies. So like, fuck it, let's go see Candyman. Went to see Candyman.
Is she in October, baby?
No, nigga. She's a couple of days before me in December.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but I don't know. They love that shit. Her and her sister. They love fucking Halloween. But like, where it differs, Didi likes Hocus Pocus. Fucking Yancy likes Matanza Matanza. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. That's a Leo.
You don't see any similarities between your kids?
That's what I'm saying. That's a Leo right there, yo. So yeah, I saw the fucking movie. Like I was saying, I thought Candyman was really dope.
We're going into spoiler territory here then too, right?
I already have
all right.
the spoiler thing that y'all niggas know. The movie is good. I like the movie. It's really good. It's like you feel the tension. The way the director creates tension in this movie is good because you're like, okay, but even the kills, there's some of the kills that I thought were done dope. For instance, there's this one lady. I'm not gonna show you what lady, but there's a lady that gets killed, right? The guy's in the house, the main character, the fucking guy from Aquaman. He's in the house, and this is the first time where he starts to feel like a presence. He starts to feel a little different. So she's like, I'm going to use the bathroom. She goes to use the bathroom, and you think that Candyman is about to kill her or whatever. Because, like, mad time is passing. He's sitting in his seat. He walks up. He's like, hey, yo, where the fuck you at? He looks in the mirror, and when he looks at the mirror, he sees Candyman looking at him. And it's not Tony Todd. It's a different type of Candyman.
It's the original?
It's not the original. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna explain that. He looks in the mirror and he sees that fucking guy, and he's like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" He starts bugging out, and the lady opens her bathroom door. And she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And he's like, "Yo, I gotta go, bitch. I gotta be out." The camera, like she lives in an apartment building, and all the apartment building, like they have the huge glass door and shit.
Yeah.
And it's pretty long, right? So you see from afar, like the camera's panning out like a helicopter. It's in the air. So you start seeing the whole building. You see this nigga bounce, he leaves, and then you see all of a sudden she's at the door and like she starts to levitate and some shit. And she gets pushed to the window, and as she's getting dragged in the window, you see the blood like getting dragged, but it's like from really far. Like as all this is happening, the camera the whole time is just panning back. And all you hear is the sounds of the city. So it's just like one more murder. But
was it something that you know? Okay, the way you're describing the city, was it something that you had to pay really close attention to see, and you just happened to notice it, or?
I mean, it's on purpose to see it. Like if you start looking, because at first when that was happening, I was looking into everybody else's window. I was like, okay, what the fuck? Like I knew something was gonna happen. I didn't know that was there.
Because in reality, we're just nosy motherfuckers to begin with.
That's what I was like. Oh. Este cabrón está cocinando. What he's doing? What's this nigga watching on the TV? Míralo. I'm looking at all the fucking windows to say what the fuck is gonna happen. And then I look back and I see her levitate. I'm like, oh, okay, this bitch is gonna get it. And she gets it, but it's panning out. I thought that shot was really dope because it made it look. It was just like, okay, because the whole time they're like, yo, this whole city is fucking. This is the murder capital over here. So look, just another murder in there. But yeah, okay. Candyman in here. It's this black guy, right? He's living in I forgot the name, Calibri Gaines, some shit like that. That's the projects. That's the name of the projects. He goes.
Is this New York or Chi-Town or what is this actual situation? Chicago, okay.
It's supposed to be the exact same place as the original Candyman, like the same projects and everything.
Now I know why Jesse wanted to go see this. Okay.
She was like, "Yo, I used to get sandwiches right there. Where he's getting beat up, that nigga right there." But yeah, so he goes. And this guy, like, he gives candies to kids and shit. They go in. I don't know. It doesn't even look like Halloween time. I don't even know. But these kids get some candies. White girl gets some candy and it has a razor blade inside the candy.
Oh,
so they
shit.
go. They don't show that. They don't show that. They just say it. So there's this little black kid, right? He's going to go clean clothing. You remember how? I don't know, but when I was at the projects, they have like one laundry room, so everybody has to go downstairs.
Yeah. My father used to live in an apartment building like that. Like they have one, one of those laundry room with the quarters and all that shit.
With the quarters, everybody gotta go down. So he goes down, boom, and you know something's gonna fucking happen because when he's going down the steps, the fucking room is empty, and then there's a big ass hole in the wall and shit. Like tiles came out, and it's just dark. So you was like, this little kid is gonna get it. It's about to fucking go down. He goes into the laundry room. He puts the fucking washing machine. You remember how sometimes instead of a light switch, they would have like a dial that you would turn into automatic. So there's one of those. So people that know, you like, okay, it's gonna get like you're already getting to touch. It's gonna happen. Shit is about to go down, right? He goes in that shit. On the way to the laundry room, he passes a police car with 2 cops in it, right? So they're sitting there. In the fucking thing, he's about to walk up and a piece of candy gets thrown on the floor. And he's like, whoop. He's like, whoop, where the fuck did this come from? This shit is scary. All of a sudden, this guy comes out of that fucking dark hole with the fucking hook in his hand. It was like, whoop, nigga, ponte a correr, son. He screams, he yells, and I
feel like basically this is like you're basically pitching the film to the studio right now. Like I want to visually put you there with every single detail.
Nigga, he goes right, he screams, and like you hear a bunch of cops running up and down like all the steps and shit. They heard this kid scream. The fucking Candyman is like, yo, don't say nothing. Have a Jolly Rancher. Take that. That's for you and shit. He's like, calm down. Like, he doesn't say anything at all, but he's like telling him, yo, just chill the fuck out. He gives him the candy, and he's like, all right, cool. And he starts like creeping back.
He starts doing the shuffle.
So nigga, he shuffles back. He does the lean back. No, not the kid. Candyman, nigga. He goes later. He goes back, right? So the fucking kid.
This better be. I hope this is a setup or something because you're very descriptive with details. Like I didn't want you to narrate the whole goddamn movie. To me.
Nigga, this is important. He goes and the little kid in the movie, it's an adult telling the main character the story of what happened because he tells him about Candyman. And he's like, this is the worst shit that ever happened to me. So at that point, you think he's gonna get killed. What happens? The little kid is looking at the stairs and he keeps hearing the cops running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He fucking goes. The cops look at him in the door and they say, this is the kid that was screaming. So they run down the stairs and they beat the shit out of this fucking guy, Candyman. They beat him to death with nightsticks. His face.
I think I know where you're going with this. Okay.
His face is all fucked up. Blah blah blah. He got shit. Like he got his ass whooped. He becomes fucking Candyman. So this is the Candyman we see during the whole movie. We don't see Tony Todd, and they tell you that there's more than just 2 Candymen. They all like take over each other's bodies or whatever, but it's like a whole thing that they've been having for hundreds of years.
That makes sense though. So that's basically okay. So pause it right there. I get where you're kind of going with this because the original story of Candyman was literally a lynching of a black man. He fell in love with a white woman, wasn't it?
That's what I'm saying.
They literally lynched him. The whole fucking town lynched him or whatever for his love or whatever. So basically, what you're telling me is that does it go that route every time a black man is lynched by the cops?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
He becomes like a Candyman spirit.
Yeah,
that's taking vengeance. Oh shit! I gotta see this shit now.
Nigga,
that shit is crazy. That's a ballsy take.
Nigga, they even try to make it be like was it Emmett Till, the little boy?
Yes, Emmett Till.
There's a little boy that gets lynched. Yes. And he's also a Candyman. That's why I tell you. That's where the social commentary comes. That this feels like it's like they keep hitting that.
Do they tell the Emmett Till story? Do they show the
at the end? And that's funny because that's the thing that both of my daughters got the most scared of.
When they show the little kid?
No. It's end credits. the end credits, the way it goes, it's like it's like paper cutouts. It's told, the story is told of those other Candymans, like if they're paper cutouts, little papers, just going around.
It's every time a black man is wrongfully killed or whatever. Like,
that's what I'm
lynched.
saying. They go ahead and then he tells him
Jordan Peele, son.
Nigga, he tells
salute, bro. Every time, never misses, yo. Holy shit.
He tells him the guy is telling the story. He's already older. He owns a laundromat. He tells the guy, and what do you know? A couple of weeks pass, another little girl finds another razor in the candy. So then you know that it wasn't fucking him this whole time and shit.
What do you mean, another little girl? You know,
they beat the cop. They beat the guy up because they thought he was the one putting razor blades in people's candies.
Oh, so you're trying to tell me like it wasn't even his fault?
It wasn't even his fault. A couple weeks pass, and they find another kid that has another fucking razor. In
shit.
As the movie goes on, they start talking about the chick that's in the original one, and then like she took like a baby, she kidnapped a baby or some shit. And
in real life?
No,
I mean not in real life. I mean in the
original.
And the original, she kidnapped the baby?
That's what I told you. I don't remember. Like I seen that shit years ago, so I was like, fuck, I should have saw it. So when they tell these stories, I could have been like, oh, okay. I just remembered her face. I remember the actress. So when they showed her, I was like, oh, that was this bitch. Oh shit. Okay. So now I know where they're going at. This ain't a reboot. This is a fucking sequel.
So you're trying to insinuate that the crazy shit she did, you're trying to blame it on a black spirit, and in reality she was just crazy being a white chick?
No, she was getting trapped by the spirit and shit. And she took the baby while she was being controlled. And she went in and they have a big bonfire in that fucking projects. She was gonna throw the baby into the fire or some shit. Or that's how they make it look, because she was fighting the Candyman too. So when she went in, they took the baby from her. And while everybody is with the baby, she walks behind them and they say she sacrifices herself and she jumps into the fucking fire, thinking that was gonna kill Candyman or whatever. You find out that little baby is the main character. So when the fucking guy, he's an artist and he's confused because he doesn't know what his next piece is gonna be. And they're in a place that's being gentrified because the projects, their apartment building is where those projects used to be.
Okay.
So he goes and he's taking pictures and he's trying to get inspired by that shit because he just heard the story, and he gets bit by a bee. The fucking bee bites him in the hand, and as the movie goes on, like his body just starts getting fucked up. And it was like, I guess in the first one they did a seance and it didn't fully go through. I guess the piece of the puzzle was just for that nigga to get bit by that bee, because that little bite starts turning him into like Candyman and shit. He starts bugging out. He starts having visions. The paintings that he's drawn are like really violent, really weird. I'm not gonna get into every little thing. People start fucking dying because his art piece is the mirror. When you open the mirror, there's like behind it, it's like a empty warehouse. It's like it's an art show. You open the mirror, there's an empty warehouse with a bunch of paintings of just like violent crimes and shit. You close the mirror, and on the little box at the bottom, it says, "If you dare, say Candyman 5 times."
So Oscar saw the movie. Oscar, you saw the movie as well?
So he goes, right, and that piece, 2 people get murdered inside that gallery when everybody's gone, because there's a guy and a chick, and she's like, yo, I'm gonna say it. Candyman say. So she says it, and she's about to suck this nigga's dick, and Candyman was like, oh, wake up, pop. This nigga, like, the guy is holding her, and he's like touching her stomach and shit, and he got her head like this, so her neck is like this. That bitch get degollado, and the fucking guy's still touching her, like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, oh, bitch. Nigga, look at her, like, are you playing around? Are you playing? Like, yeah. He was like, he started with many. I was like, yo, this bitch hit the floor, and he's looking at her like, are you for real? Are you for real? I'm like, yo, this bitch got blood splattering everywhere. He's like, bitch, don't play these games. Like, literally, that's insane. Are you for real? Don't play these games, bitch. He goes and he stands up. He's freaking the fuck out, and he sees the reflection, because Candyman, you can only see him in the reflection and shit. So the reflection is a big ass like movie theater screen. And he's slicing the screen of the reflection, and the screen is getting sliced. So the white guy's like, later, ho, I'm out.
So okay, time out. I got questions. Before that. What are the motivations? Okay, why is the Candyman killing people in this movie?
Literally just because they say Candyman 5 times in the mirror. That's like,
but if you're making okay, my whole thing is like, yo, they went that direction with
I'm
this
gonna
character
get,
being.
I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get into it.
Okay.
He goes in, right, and the guy goes to the door. He gets murdered. Blah blah blah. The news come in, and they make a report on what happened.
Y eso, Oscar, que tú no visto his little pedo bear suit que tiene guardado.
I'll DM that to you, Oscar. I'll DM to you my whole full body teddy bear outfit. So right, he kills that person, and then all of a sudden, the news come and do an article, and it was, oh yeah, these 2 people were found in the gallery, and they were found in front of this art piece where it was called also. Anyway, it was like, oh, they found them in front of this piece from Anthony some shit. It's called Say My Name, Candyman, blah blah blah. So it starts like the urban legend again. What Candyman, like, it's not even what Candyman wants. You say Candyman 5 times, and he's gonna come out and he's gonna kill you. The little boy that grew up, like the little boy that saw the Candyman get killed and shit.
Yeah.
He wants to officially turn that guy into the next Candyman because of the gentrification. Like, people go missing and the cops don't give a fuck. Like, during the whole movie, he keeps talking about the injustice of everything that's happening in the hood. And he's like, we don't give a fuck. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Until he goes and he's like, we need Candyman. Like, for real. When I saw that shit in the trailer, they show the Say My Name.
We gave the spoiler warning, Okal, earlier in the week. We've already spoiled. We've already spoiled.
Spoilers, yo. Full spoilers.
Candyman. We've already spoiled Candyman. The I always get around the Night House. The Night House.
And Fanta Cherry.
And yeah, cherry flavored.
Brand new cherry flavor.
Anyway,
so right, he goes right at that guy, what he wants, I guess he knew who that kid was. He knew who the guy was. And he wants the urban legend to be like, it's already been something forgotten. By this time, people don't even know the Candyman story. Because they're hearing the story for the first time. They're like, get the fuck out of here. Nobody's like, so he wants it to become this new urban legend.
So that puts the fear of white people to stop killing black people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the thing about that.
Okay, I was like, why didn't you just spit that shit out to begin with? So that there is a motivation behind it then.
But
there's a motivation behind it.
But it doesn't. It's not so much a motivation for Candyman to do it. See, no, that guy wants the urban legend to be popularized because his neighborhood is getting gentrified. So he wants to use Candyman as a tool to do that.
Is it him using Candyman or is it Candyman using him?
But that's the thing. Candyman just kills. You say his name 5 times and you getting it. It's like if he just unleashed a weapon.
All right. So okay. What I'm getting the gist of it. So he's literally like daring white people to be like, yo, I bet you won't say Candyman. And then the people, because of their ignorance, don't know the story about all these black people getting killed and becoming the Candyman because white people were totally ignorant to the black struggle. And then that's one less ignorant ass white person out there. Yo, this shit is crazy. I want to see this shit now.
That shit happens to a bunch of little girls, like they're not little girls, but they're teenage high school girls, and they're like, "Yo, have you heard this shit? Let's say it." Blah, blah,
Wait,
blah.
but who propagate? Okay, how did the teenage girls find out about it? By who?
This girl, they show her in the gallery while they're doing the art pieces, so she sees the mirror.
Oh shit! So he's using the art gallery to spread the word.
That's what it was. And it's full of white people in the gallery. She goes, she hears it on the news, and she was like, "Oh shit, I was there." Yo, I told you,
Candyman, the new black Pokemon.
Nigga, yo, she goes and she tells the other girls, "Yo, I got this idea. Let's look in the mirror and say Candyman." And so they start saying it, and one bitch was like, "You know what? Y'all can do that by yourself. I'm getting the fuck out."
Are they explained? Oh, never mind. Fuck. I'm just trying to. So like, my whole thing is like, okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around the whole using the black people's struggle as a weapon to get rid of like ignorant ass white people. It's a personification of that, right? But my whole thing is like, did those girls? Were those
Innocent.
girls
Innocent.
Were they? Wait, time out. There's a lot of definitions to innocent.
They're
Were
innocent
those-
in the
were the-
definition that you don't see them do anything, and they're not like stuck up hoes.
But okay, but there's okay. Is the person all right? Let's not get into fucking theoretical. My whole thing is like, are they innocent because they didn't do anything bad, or are they innocent because they didn't take part in oppression, racial oppression, or are they innocent in your mind because they totally chose to ignore the history? Did the girls go to the art exhibit?
They go, one girl goes and she tells her friends, yo, I got this idea. Let's say Candyman in the mirror. There's
Did
bitches
that
in
girl?
there. That's
But
like,
does the art explain? Is he like? My whole thing is like, yo, are you using this guy as a weapon to kill white ignorant? I'm trying to, I guess, like make a better, like a softer.
but that's what I'm saying. It's done. Is for me, the movie was done so well that you can make the argument. I still see him as a villain because he also kills little black kids. Candyman has killed black kids because the guy says, yo, my sister went into the fucking bathroom, said Candyman 5 times, and she got yoked. So for me, I was like, I'm going to still see him as a villain because he's killing anybody. He's more of a weapon. That's what he's basically a weapon that this guy wants to unleash on people. He wants the urban legend to be relived. He wants everybody to say it. So then I guess they can start moving the fuck out of Chicago. Getting the fuck out of Liberty Games or whatever. There's a black girl within those friends. A black girl comes into the bathroom. I guess she has anxiety, so she just locks herself in the bathroom. She doesn't say nothing. She's in a stall. She doesn't say no Candyman or nothing. But it's just funny to me. All these white girls.
How many times do you have to say it?
5.
5. So you have to be like Candyman, Candyman, Candyman.
And then you said it 4 times. And it's not even that quick. There's a little like that's what I'm saying. There's the buildup of tension because it doesn't happen that quick. You say it and like, all right, whatever, and then all of a sudden you hear something and you're like, ooh, all right. Like that.
So I get the gist of the movie or whatever.
At the end, it gets fucking graphic.
Why?
At the end, right? The main character gets like embobado. He's embobado, and I think his name is Richard, the one that's the little boy that was telling the whole story. I think his name is Richard. He brings him into this church, and he brings the main character's girlfriend, the chick from WandaVision. He goes in, and he's like, it's time to bring Candyman back. I'm going to call the cops, and I'm going to tell them I'm going to invite the cops over here so they could kill the main character. If they kill him, in these fucking projects, he's gonna become the next Candyman. This is how you make that. So he goes, and while the guy's in Bobao, he takes a handsaw and starts cutting the guy's hand off. And the guy's in Bobao, but you can see a tear coming down his eye. He can't move, but he's like bugging the fuck out. Then he takes a big ass metal hook and shoves it into the fucking guy's arm. And that guy's bugging the fuck. Like, he's there. You can see he's going through the pain. Then he ties him up. He gives him the jacket. At that point, the chick was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. She escapes. She starts running. The Richard guy comes. And they run out of the projects. And it's like an abandoned caserio. Like, there's different houses and shit.
I'm about
so
to
she
go catch
goes,
this shit today.
nigga, she goes out of one and goes into a house. The guy catches her and shit. They have a little struggle. He falls down. I think she has a pen. And so when he falls down, nigga, I loved it so much. I was like, this is what the fuck you're supposed to do in a horror movie. She goes and she stabs him 1 time in the eye, in the face. They don't show the pen going into his face. She stabs him and she goes, no, fuck that. We gotta make sure. She stabs him, nigga, at least 15 times. Nigga, lights this nigga up. While she's doing it, her man comes in, the main character. I think his name was Anthony. He comes in and he hasn't been transformed yet. He's going through pain. He's telling, she's like, oh, are you this? Are you still Anthony? Whatever. And he's like, yeah. But he's in Boao and he has his fucking hand cupped off. He's bleeding. So he faints on the floor. She goes and she grabs him, she puts him on his lap and she's holding him and she's like, don't go. the cops roll up, and they're like, "Everybody, put your fucking hands up!" And all you hear is pop, 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 pop. And she falls to the floor and she's touching herself, and she's like, and she sees that she's not bleeding, and there was like he had a hook. This nigga was feet out on the fucking floor, bro.
Wow.
Feet out on the floor.
And they
lit
still
him
shot
up.
him up.
They
Damn.
lit him up. They put her in the police car, and one guy is sitting in the front seat looking at her through the rearview mirror. And he's like, "Are you okay? Is everything all right?" And she can't really talk. And she was like, "Okay, so I know you've had a hard night. We're gonna go to the precinct, and you tell everybody, you know, they kidnapped you. The guy attacked with his hook, and we had to put him down, or it could just be you and him were together. You killed the other guy, and you could go to jail for the rest of your life." So she's like, she gets scared, and he's like, "How you want to do this?" So right there, they're showing that they corrupt cops.
Oh, she goes.
So
I know how I'm gonna do this.
She goes,
Candyman. Oh.
She goes like this. She was like, she was like, "Okay, I'll do what you say. The only thing I ask is that you move your rearview mirror." He's like, "Bitch, I'm not doing that." He was like, "I'll do it. Just do it. Just move it." He's like, "All right, fuck it." He moves the rearview mirror. You already know, nigga.
Oh,
He said
shit.
Candyman 5 times. Those cops start getting lit the fuck up. This nigga starts bugging out. He goes in, and then he gets out the fucking car, and he's like, "Yo, I don't know what the fuck is going on." He takes his gun, and he runs around the corner. And Candyman comes in. Like, he's at that point, his face is covered in bees, and the motherfucker is levitating. Niggas flying, and yo, hooking niggas. Pow, pow. Nigga, he killed the whole squad. He gets that one guy, right? And he kills him, and she's looking at him. Candyman turns to her, and the bees go away, and it's fucking Tony Todd.
That's the guy from the original movie?
It's the guy from the original one, and he's like, "Tell everybody Candyman is here," or some shit. I forgot the exact words, but he's like, "Make sure you let niggas know I'm back." So it ends up. This is why I was saying that I can see how some people would see him as a hero because he's basically fighting a lot of corruption, lot of social injustice.
He's fucking Dark Man now, yo. He's fucking.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, yo, I could have pictured this movie. It's like what we were talking earlier. I was like, for me, this is how you do a Venom movie. He's not a clear-cut hero. Like, some people might be like, "Oh, yeah, I think he's doing the right thing." And some people are going to be like, "This motherfucker's killing kids, yo. This nigga's killing." Like, you say it in the mirror, it don't matter if you're good or not. You catching it.
Shit.
She didn't catch it because that was her nigga and shit. And they were together. Everybody else is catching.
But why does it look like the older one?
What do you mean? Why does it look like the older one?
You said it looks like the older version, the guy from the
Tony
first
Todd?
one. Yeah.
Because at that point, remember, her man died. He's dead. And all the interpretations, all of them live in that spirit, in that body. Each Candyman, they're all together in that one body.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Cause
that's a odd choice, but I guess I fuck with it.
it's all the victims of the fucking lynching, of the social injustice, that they all got killed by all these white people. They all become Candyman. Like, it's like the way they had said it was like every generation has their own Candyman.
Wow.
All from that fucking neighborhood.
That's crazy, yo. That's a great interpretation. I'm sorry, son. Whoever's like, "Oh, that's a social justice warrior," that's fucking good writing. I can kiss my ass, like, straight up, yo. Like,
there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are like, "Yo, I don't like this shit."
Whatever.
I could, nigga. That's what I say. I can understand how some people are gonna be like, "This shit is a little uncomfortable." Like, what is this shit gonna spawn? Motherfuckers are gonna start killing white people in the fucking in the cities and be like, "Candyman, nigga, fuck out of here, social justice, nigga. This is the new fucking Black Panther stand up." I can understand how that nigga, because if Joker had niggas killing people, if how you say it gets to the point where you feel uncomfortable because you like, do I like this nigga? Am I a fan of Candyman? Should I be rooting for this? Like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know. I'm like, yo,
man, I gotta watch it. I definitely want to watch it now. Whatever. That was a hell of a twist. Maybe I should have not told you to fucking tell me that, but that's like that. That's one hell of a twist, though. Honestly, like, that's good. I'm sorry. That's to me, the way you describe it, in my head, that sounds like really good writing. That doesn't sound like a cop out. And Jordan Peele is becoming notoriously good for taking fucking uncomfortable ass issues related to the black community or whatever and putting it in. Yo, I'm looking forward to that. So good.
His other
What-
shit,
what-
I don't even know.
Yeah,
the
the
name
one
of
with
it.
the it was like a carnival
Like a
world.
cloud
or
or
some
I don't know. I
some
remember
shit
like
like
a
that.
cloud. I don't know. Shit is that's what I was saying. What one of the things that I dug the most out of this movie is that it's not clear cut. Everybody's gonna have an opinion on it. Everybody's gonna have an opinion if this guy is a hero or a villain. And with the way it was directed, like a lot of the shots were kind of eerie. Like the opening credits were weird because the opening credits were basically just it looked like somebody was driving through the city on a cloudy day and they put the camera up. That's basically what it was. So you see the skylines, but because the angle is reversed, it's creepy. I don't know how to explain it. It felt creepy and shit. And I saw that, I was like, damn, like I would have wished instead of doing what I'm expecting Miss Marvel to be like a happy-go-lucky type of film, I'm not expecting the Marvels to be like
You
a
wanted
dark film.
you wanted the Marvels to go this route. Kamala
No,
Khan
I
is
want-
just murking people because she's
Oh,
a fucking.
I wanted her to do Venom, yo. I was like, yo, she would have did an ill fuck. I mean, I don't think Sony would have never allowed
So
her.
she's doing the Marvels too.
She's doing the Marvels, yeah.
Oh shit, she got range then, bro.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if.
I mean,
this
she's
is
a
her
director
first-
though. She wrote this shit too.
She did the screenplay, I think, with Peel.
Yo, talent out the ass with these people.
Brooklyn, son.
I'm so
Brooklyn!
jealous. Yo. Truly, I could barely write my name without fucking up. Like
Hey,
these
yo.
people.
They must have been in that room, nigga, just bouncing off each other for the longest to come up with this shit. Like how we take something that's so known and flip it and make it relevant to the times. You know what I'm saying? We make it super relevant to what's happening now, to the point where it's not completely clear cut who's right and who's wrong, because the shit keeps happening. It keeps happening. There's so many innocent lives lost on one side that is hard for you to defend or to argue about the lives. Like, okay, the white people that died. Like, oh, this is wrong, but y'all not fighting for these people. Y'all not fighting for the black people that getting murdered. The kids that nigga had an Arizona can and got shot the fuck up.
Yeah.
So nigga, if for me, yo, this was the perfect like horror flick.
Maybe that's the way it was meant too. Maybe that was what it was like.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
one of
it's
those
Jordan
things where it
Peele.
was
They
just
did that on
like
purpose.
it was like, yo, you've been shown like 17 murders of black people in this earth, but yeah, you just had to focus on that one white girl.
I was saying
That guy.
they did that shit. They had this shit so planchado to come out at these times. I think the biggest problem is the fucking pandemic. Like, yo, mad people would have
Bro,
came out to see this
I'm
if
telling
it
you.
wasn't for the fucking pandemic, yo.
I'm telling you, I was like, I think these movies like The Night House, the Candyman, there's movies that came out that are fucking good, but A, they're fighting against a pandemic, and B, they're fighting against like mass marketed ass movies like Spider-Man, the Marvel fucking, huge machine, bro. Like whoever puts out a film in December is screwed.
It's a
Right
wrap.
now, it's a wrap for them, yo. Horrible fucking choice of date to
They
put out a
they
movie.
got-
And I think there's a movie coming out in December. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna
Nigga, the Kingsman, nigga.
Kingsman. Look at that. That's not gonna make a
Fucking-
single dime.
Yo, they got September with Shang-Chi, November with the Eternals, and December with Spider-Man.
And isn't there something in October?
I don't know.
Venom.
No, I'm talking about Marvel though. Marvel's making
okay.
nigga. Marvel's like, yo, the last ones of this year, we're gonna release something. I don't know if there's anything on Disney Plus in October. I don't know if Hawkeye's coming out some shit.
My point is though that like all those movies, even if it's Disney or not Disney, even Sony's Venom, yo, that's like a massive marketing machine. Like it's a mainstream media type. Everybody's talking about it. So if you release a movie any of these following months, yo, you got an uphill ass battle. You got COVID, and you got to deal with the fact that people are gonna risk their lives to see, this type of movie against this type of movie.
You constantly see on the fucking media saying this many people died here, this many people died here. We know somebody that got fucking COVID.
Nah.
Like, yo, that makes you think I don't want to go to the fucking movies. And if I go, I'm not going to go see fucking Candyman. I'm not going to go fucking see this movie. Niggas out there, I'm risking my life for Peter Parker, and that's it.
Hey, maybe you might. I don't know, yo. We don't want to get into the whole vax versus anti-vax shit on this show. So anyway,
I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of inappropriate. Get into the back shit. Nigga, it's funny to me how it ended up just being you and me for the fucking trailers that we watched together yesterday.
I still got comments, so let's fucking do this shit.
All right, so it's fucking trailer talks time. I'm in the room. I don't have the sound effects, so we're gonna go.
Honk if you're horny. No, I'm sorry, my bad.
This is bigger, yo. All right, let me get the fucking pop. All right, first one we're going to watch is the first one that I have here. So that is Scenes from a Marriage.
What is it?
There is a house built out of stone.
In the beginning of a relationship, everything is thrilling and it's new.
Research says that when the woman is the provider and the man is a caregiver, the marriage has a greater chance of success.
Huh, yeah, that Kate?
Loud and clear.
You just believe as a couple, nothing can hurt you. And then you gradually start to realize that actually anything can hurt you.
We're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk as long as it takes, okay?
But there's nothing left to say.
What is this? What is this thing where we can't talk?
This is a place.
Do you know how long I've wanted to leave?
without home.
I'm gonna go out of my mind if I don't leave right now.
Right now, like right this second.
If I don't leave right now, I know I'm never going to.
I tried so hard to make sense of what happened. Ow.
Did you get a new living room? It's really ugly.
I remember how we were, and we're just throwing it all away.
We can survive this.
How long did you think that we could go on like that?
Like what?
You were so busy. You didn't even notice
What did I not notice?
that we were living without any passion.
I realize everything that you've despised me for. Somebody else would love me for exactly the same thing.
All I want is what I used to have. I want to come home.
It's like a piece of tape that you rip off and try to reapply. It might stick, but it's never gonna be like the first time.
Nigga, the fucking thing didn't do that shit that it did yesterday, remember?
Oh, whether
Last night at the end, they're like, I was like, what the fuck?
So I got several comments. First of all, I find it so ironic that the one that's always talking about his emotions and how we're dry. I'm a dry person. Miguel Rios is a dry person because he's macho alpha. Wasn't even here to watch this trailer. This trailer was literally for someone like him.
Ah, damn,
Who
we
is
forgot
so-
to tell him. We
Who
forgot
is
to
so?
fucking
I
tell
told
him.
him. I said you're gonna regret not being
No,
here for the
remember
trailer.
he said, oh, when you see the trailers, let me know.
Oh,
Fuck, we forgot to tell that man.
hey, he's not here to see. This trailer was right up his alley because, straight up. B, if anybody's asking themselves why the hell we put up this trailer, it's because we're not only about comics and nerdy shit, we're also about good series and good movies. And that shit looks like a good series to me. I'm not gonna lie. That looks like
a series or a movie?
I think it's a series. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. I think it's a series. Point is, that shit to me looks like a really good. If it's a movie or series, either way, it looks like a good movie or a series to watch. C, I don't know why. Again, as a hot-blooded male, right off the bat, watching this trailer and hearing her talk about you didn't know, I'm gonna just assume it was her fault. I'm just gonna say that why the relationship fell apart is because of her. It looked like she blew one of his best friends. I'm not talking out of personal experience. I'm just saying.
Nigga, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. This shit looks good as fuck. And it's like how A Marriage Story came out, 2 years ago. Some shit it was good. Nigga, from a person that's been married almost 9 years of my life, nigga, I can relate to a lot of the shit that happens in there. You start getting into a fucking routine, and nigga, you have to have these hard conversations with each other And sometimes you get lost in the shuffle. I gotta work in the morning. I got kids. I gotta do this. I gotta do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes that fucking passion dwindles. And if you don't have that conversation, that shit could lead up to y'all niggas breaking up. Yo, like I saw that, I was like, this shit.
I was just laughing at some of the stuff. I'm like, I self-identified with some of the things he said. Right? She was like, yo, females, and not all of them, but whatever, but a majority of females are so in tune with their emotions or whatever. Like they think more with this than we do. Where it was like she was literally telling like, I can't believe you didn't notice after all this time. Where he was like, well, what did I notice? Like, that shit hits me so hard because sometimes I've been through a couple of relationships in my life or whatever, and like for me, like it's not that I take a long time to pick up on shit, but sometimes you find yourself in a thought process where you're like, yo, this person was reaching out and this was bothering them, and you were totally I was totally oblivious to the fact because at that point in my life, my mindset was so different. You know what I mean? Like
word, nigga, very close to being word for word. I've had that same conversation when you're almost, and I was like, yo, I felt like we was going good. But you didn't notice that. I was like, I didn't fucking notice. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't see it. I don't know what to say.
This trailer, like, yo, I'm gonna watch it when it comes out. It rings out a lot of good things. It's just funny, like some of the perspectives that you gain by just watching a fucking trailer, like right off the bat.
Like,
and some of the dialogue too. That we have a friend in common, and the line where he said, defending himself, all the things you hate me for, another bitch will love me for. I was like, that's a valid line. That's a valid argument, but it depends in the fight you're gonna use it with. And it just rung out a friend that we have in common. I was like, I can totally see him using this as a defense or whatever. And it is because that's just the way he is. He's very logical, even when situations don't call for it.
Yeah, I'm like for real. This is not a major Marvel film. This isn't a blockbuster, but
it looks good.
I think if done right, this might be one of my favorite movies of the year. Like I really like Marriage Story. I liked how they showed both sides of it, the dirty and the good. Like nobody was clean cut in the film.
No, and the fact of the matter that sometimes in a divorce or whatever that you know, it's not necessarily you go into the intentions with doing harm to the other person, but it becomes a game of like kind of like survival. Like you don't want to cause them harm, but in reality, you have to look out what's best for yourself because that's what you're gonna do when you go into a litigation. You're looking out for your best interest, and in this case, if you have children, the best interest of the child. Emotions are totally gonna be tossed out the window. It's what on paper is best for each of you, both of you guys.
Exactly, and when you're in a spot that you're a little sore already because of the rupture of the relationship, other people's opinions tend to sink in more. So like, yo, I felt like in that movie, Scarlett Johansson had certain intentions, and then this bitch was like, no, fuck those intentions. He already got Ray Liotta as a lawyer. Fuck that. He's setting up. We gotta attack this nigga. I was like, yo.
And in reality, that's what every lawyer, well, a good lawyer, that's what every good lawyer does, yo. They're there for their client and nothing else but their client. They're not there to represent the other party. That's what they got a fucking lawyer for. I'm here to win you the case.
That's why Disney, watch out, nigga. Y'all niggas are not ready. Disney ain't ready. It's coming at you, son.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, the next one is similar in the way that it's a marriage, but very fucking different in the way that these bitches are looking at people. Yeah, they're looking at people have sex through the windows.
So we're really gonna do this?
Seems that way, yeah.
I get to live here with you. Can we talk about our future?
Okay.
Can we be rebellious before we have kids?
Hell yes. To making wonderful, terrible decisions.
You can see right in.
Check out those two. What is he, like a photographer? Oh, they're in love.
I don't think we should spy on our neighbors.
Right. Oh, they're
Just because someone is allowing you to look in on their lives doesn't mean it's okay to watch.
How do we become their friends?
You want to become BFFs with the neighbors we now seem to be stalking.
I mean, we just never done that before.
I've been having dreams. I wanted it to happen.
Of all the eye clinics in the world.
She walked into mine.
This is crazy.
We totally hit it off.
Hi. My husband is a complex individual.
This might be a little problematic.
I've been having dreams.
I just wish we could hear what they were saying.
I've been having dreams.
Don't you ever feel guilty?
I've been having dreams.
It's like when you're so obsessed with something, you forget to look around and go, what am I even doing?
Would it be strange if I asked to take your picture?
Am I not enough for you?
Pippa, what did you do?
That shit's coming out, I think, the same week as the other shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I saw this trailer on my phone, and it didn't convey the same thing as when I saw it just now. Like, I wanted to make the joke about this fucking show should have been called, or this movie should have been called "Every Boricua Family Ever," because when shit starts popping off with the neighbor, you're literally like, "Oh shit! Did you see that? Yo, espérate, they fucking like."
Oh yeah, that was the first thing. Yes sir. Oh, this nigga took his schlong out. It's about to go down. Get the fuck out of here, yo.
Funny ass no. I went to my cousin's house in Washington, and their roof. He lives in like a nice high rise, like these fucking dope ass apartment. No, there's the common area, like where the pool is, the area for like a little picnic area. It's on the roof of the building. That shit literally looks into somebody's bedroom. Like, there's no better high definition view unless you were actually in that person's bedroom. We were joking around. We were like, yo, you could literally coach that person into when they're in their sessions, yo. You hitting it wrong. You know, like literally, and they can hear you.
I was like, yo, in true Puerto Rican fashion, nigga, it's one thing to see your neighbors have sex, and it's another thing to see one of them be pegando cuerno. Nigga, that would be like, oh, that ain't his wife.
That shit made me laugh. I was like, yo, they truly, I know, fuck that shit. Me, myself, I would have been, with a bowl of popcorn, just talking about, like, yo, this is the third bitch he has in his house.
Yo, that nigga's stroke game ain't playing. He tearing that ass out. Look at her. She ain't coming back in. She wild. This is crazy.
What made me laugh, though, was the whole thing of, like, is it really, like, that's what I got from the trailer. Is it really they're watching them, or was it really, like, they're putting on a show knowing that they're watching them?
I don't know. I just know somebody better get killed. That looked like some like this murder mystery. If that shit happened, it's just them fucking and nobody getting killed.
I don't think so. I think it's just one of those things. My predictions are just gonna be like they're gonna be so enveloped in their life, and then their life is gonna start affecting the couple that's watching them lives. Like they're gonna start fucking. They're gonna start fucking. Dipping in each other's fucking honeypots, and it's gonna be like
it's gonna be different. I can understand that, nigga. Like that, nigga. Like the fucking guy from Detective Pokemon. That guy kind of looks scrawny. And yo,
am I not good enough? Am I not good enough for you?
Nigga,
am I not good enough? He was like, yo.
You know who that guy is?
Homeboy. That's the guy from X-Men. I know.
Nigga, this motherfucker had a 12 pack. Yo, look at the window.
Homeboy has a 12 pack. Homeboy has a 12 pack. He has like about 4 inches over you, and I'm not talking about height. So,
nigga, and the 4 inches been tried. Nigga, he been playing that pipe game every fucking day. He had Rebecca, he had Julie, he had Andrea. Nigga, every day this nigga's laying pipe game. God, imagine, son.
It's funny, yo. I'm gonna watch both of these series for totally different reasons. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What, son? Yeah, that shit look funny. All right, so the last trailer, like do now, we're gonna do a retro trailer, and we're just gonna talk about how not necessarily the movie, but how we felt the first time we saw this trailer.
You didn't put the other trailer on?
Nigga, we only do 3 trailers a week, nigga.
You left out Tim Schafer, yo?
Only 3 a week. Only 3 a week.
Shame.
We've been fighting a long time. We are outnumbered by machines. Humans have a strength that cannot be measured. This is John Connor. If you're listening to this, you are the Resistance. I thought I knew already. Something has changed. Skynet is taking human prisoners, replicating human tissue.
Let's see what we've got here.
And in this future, I don't know that we can win this war.
This thing is something we've never seen before.
My name is Marcus Wright. You think you're human? I am human.
What are you?
I don't know.
I know he's not the enemy.
If we stay the course, we are dead! We are all dead!
I'm the only hope you have.
Nigga.
I got so many comments about this trailer
Nigga.
and your selection.
Nigga, when this fucking trailer came out, my nigga, the promise of what this movie was gonna be, nigga, I was so high on that fucking movie, nigga. I really wish, like, it's a double-edged sword because I love the fucking internet and shit, and that's how we can catch everything. But I really wish, like, I would have not even fucking known that Christian Bale was in that movie. So I could have just saw that trailer, like, oh shit, son, nigga.
I remember watching this trailer for the first time, and the one thing that like really rung out to me was that scene where he was literally like with the mic, like, "If you don't save us, we're all fucking dead." I remember that. I was like,
yo, you mad low.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
It's because of the volume. Oh, anyway. What was I gonna say? Yo, that trailer. When I first saw it, I was like, "Holy shit!" They're gonna literally show us then the moment where, like, you know, you're gonna show us not the future, but you're gonna show us straight up the war with the machines versus, you know what I'm saying, versus the humans.
Yeah.
Bro, what a fucking that trailer is a prime example of the trailer being 99.9% better than the fucking movie.
Yeah, there you go.
And yo, that audio track is a 9 Inch Nails song, which that song does not exist. The song exists and it's totally different. The version they use for that trailer is made specifically for that trailer, and you cannot download it. You can't get it anywhere. Like they took that song and they added shit to it, and it sounds like a 90 times better. I remember going on a fucking existential Google search for that version of the song. Till this day, nowhere to be found. They made it specifically for that trailer.
Nigga, that fucking and I remember them like saying that just like the Snyder cut, that there was a different cut, and the studio came in and changed a lot of shit. And like whenever people said that, I've always took that with a grain of salt. And it's not really until until I saw the Snyder cut that I was like, this movie feels totally different from the Justice League that I fucking saw. I was like, maybe these niggas are right. I was like, yo, this don't feel like nothing from what the fuck we saw. I was like, yo, editing is a motherfucker, boy.
Yo,
there you go.
That's funny that we have this conversation. Is there any specific reason why you chose this trailer?
I chose it because we was talking about it. Like, wasn't we talking about this last Sunday?
Okay. Do you know what you just did?
I don't know.
You did the whole Bryce Dallas Howard and that other shit. You did it again. You did it again. You did it again.
I didn't even notice that shit. Son.
I was like, yo, that girl's gonna forever be in that other actor's shadow. Yo, we can't separate those two to save their lives.
Like, yo, she's in Scenes of a Marriage and Terminator, son. I didn't even notice that.
While the trailer was playing, I literally had to Google it. I was like, I don't know which one it is in the. I don't know which is the one that's in that movie. I was like, I'm not sure which one it is that's in that movie. I gotta check. I gotta double check.
Nigga, that movie has so much going for it, nigga. When we first saw this trailer, when it was first announced, Christian Bale is gonna be John Connor fighting.
He was coming off the Batman movies too.
And this
he
nigga
was super hot.
Wasn't this nigga coming off Avatar?
Yeah, I think so.
Nigga, Yo,
So they were super hot, you know, in terms of like marketability or whatever.
nigga,
They
I
were
was like, yo, this fucking movie's gonna be bananas.
and you heard the fact. I heard that they had actually changed that. That the original ending was.
That's why I was telling you.
Your heart. It wasn't his heart. It was he was supposed to be put into like an exoskeleton or something like that.
Yeah, he was supposed to be a machine or some shit.
John Connor.
John Connor.
Oh, okay. You see, like, no.
I was like, oh, this shit is fucking not like. There's things in that movie that I like. I like Kyle Reese and shit. Like the interaction this nigga has, knowing that this is gonna be his fucking father.
Yeah.
But like, just a lot
And
of
the whole thing with like way that cameo came out of way left field. Helen. The Johnny Depp's favorite fucking co-star in all his weird ass movies was
Helena Bonham Carter. Right?
Yeah, that chick. Yeah. That cameo came out of like truly right field for me. I was like, what the hell? What is she doing in this movie?
Nigga, oh, that's the what do you call that? The fava beans.
Such a weirdo.
God, Beatrix, nigga, from Harry Potter, nigga.
Has that guy has he done anything else besides McG, right? McG directed that?
I think McG has done a bunch of shit after that.
What's his most recent one? Let's IMDb him because I have no clue.
I feel like he's done movies that we've seen that we don't even know that was him. I think he did this movie with Tom Hardy and Chris Pine that they're both like spies or they're friends. And they
yeah. That's old though, bro. How many years has it been since that movie? That's been a while.
I'm saying it was after the fucking Terminator. I think he's done a bunch of shit after Terminator. I can't remember.
All I see is shows here, TV shows.
Yeah, I know he got a couple of shit on Netflix.
Producer. Damn, son, you haven't directed anything in a while. What the fuck? TV series. That's all I see is TV series. I think that's what he was normally from, right? He was from TV, and then this was like one of his few movies or whatever he did.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he had worked like on Alias or some shit. I never saw that fucking show.
Oh my god, hilarious.
Nigga, but yeah, I'm trying to fucking find it too. See, this is why the fuck we need Selly.
What are you talking about? The movie with the agents?
What?
What are you talking about? This Means War?
This Means War was the name of that. I'm not looking for that, but This Means War was the name of the movie I was talking about.
What are you looking for then?
The shit that he's directed.
He hasn't directed much. It's all TV shows. I have it right in front of me.
He directed fucking Netflix movies.
He's done Triangle, which is a TV series, a pilot. True Lies, TV series.
Nigga, Rim of the World,
Turner
The
and
Babysitter.
Yeah, but we're talking about recent.
Nigga, The Babysitter was 2017. The sequel was 2020. It was last year.
I don't see any of that here.
Nigga, IMDb, nigga.
3 Days to Kill.
3 Days to
the
Kill.
The Babysitter was 2017.
And the fucking sequel 2020.
I don't even remember this movie, The Babysitter.
And then the one after that, Rim of the World 2019. I didn't see it, but I know what that is, about the little kids at the camp. That they get attacked like aliens or some shit.
Okay.
He's done a couple of fucking things.
I mean, he got money. Let's put it that way. Nothing groundbreaking. I'm sorry, McG. You're a long way off from your Terminator days. You know.
They got that Terminator there. That's probably what fucked everything up. They like had a lot of fucking music videos. Smash Mouth, Korn, The Offspring, Sugar Ray.
And that gave us the wonderful behind the scenes clip of Christian Bale losing his fucking shit on a lighting.
The way he said, "We're dead." I can imagine that's how his face looked when he was fucking reaming these niggas.
That could have probably been the same scene.
Get the fuck out of my lights!
Do I come and fuck with your lights, your shit? No. Now get the fuck off my set.
This nigga dead ass said that.
Oh yeah. Yo, he was like mad fucking God.
Yo, that nigga was so mad.
Now that we've gone into that territory, with that said, I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We saw the fucking trailers. Like I said, I can't believe we ended up watching the same fucking trailers we saw yesterday. Everybody fucking bounced. But it was a dope episode, like always. Remember, Wednesday we're gonna have an episode at 8. We're gonna be talking about what if. I don't know what's the second topic, but we'll do that in the week. And then on Wednesday we'll let you guys know what we're gonna be doing next.
What's
Sunday.
the preview for the next What If? I haven't heard of it. What's the?
I haven't heard of it either. It usually comes out like Monday or Tuesday or some shit. They do that shit like real close. So I mean, we'll see. I don't know if it's the Party Thor one or some shit like that. I saw some pictures, but I don't know if that. I don't know.
The Hyundai episode.
I don't know what the fuck is that.
There's supposedly like there was some. I don't know if it was a commercial for Hyundai, but they had Thor driving around in Hyundai.
Oh, I don't fucking. Nigga, I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
And it was done in the artwork of What If.
Comic. Okay, let's see, nigga. We're gonna see this next. I think this next episode, is gonna let me know a lot of what's to come in the series.
How many episodes are there? There are 9.
I think
8.
So. I feel like I don't know who sent us a fucking list of the episodes and shit, but it felt like that. It felt like it was like I think 8 or 10.
I'll tell you right now, there will be apparently. Oh, wait a second, that's not it. So, never mind. I can't find it. I'm gonna go say 9. 9 episodes. That's it. 9 episodes. All right.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fun little ride today, whatever. My name is Miggs. You can always find me here at the same place you find this dude on XV in Bridgeport.
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Have all our content there. And like I said, until next time, it's deuces. We see you guys Wednesday at 8.